Hey everyone, John Thornhill here, and welcome to this exclusive webinar that is only for Ambassador members. Before we go any further, guys, please let me know that you can hear my voice and see Igor's screen, which is the person we've got on tonight. I'll talk more about that in a moment, but just let me know first of all. Okay, yes, the comments are coming in. That is good. As long as I know I'm not talking to myself, that's good. Right then, so this webinar, basically, it is from the Top Ambassador affiliate. Okay, so we're talking about the guy who has made the most sales of the Ambassador program as an affiliate. Okay, he's made multiple six figures in commissions promoting this program. So obviously, he's the guy we want to get on if we are going to talk about getting traffic, and that is exactly what this is about. Everything you learn on this webinar can be implemented directly into the Ambassador program. So before we get started, there's a couple of things I want to go over, and the first thing is this. Imagine you're driving a Ford Mustang GT down the highway, and you've just had the engine washed, replaced the oil plugs, aligned the chassis, and put on a brand new set of tyres for better traction. You're cruising at a comfortable speed, the music is blasting on the radio, and you haven't got a care in the world. And then you run out of gas. So how far will you get now? You won't get very far, will you? You probably won't go anywhere until you put some fuel in the tank. Okay, that makes perfect sense. Now, imagine that there are 15 gas stations within a 500-foot distance. There are tons of them. There is tons of gas to pump, but there's just one catch. There are no pumps. You can see the gas stations, but you can't fuel up because there's no means to extract the fuel from the pumps. Now, this is probably where you are right now in your online business. You see traffic all around you. You know you need it to scale your income, but you just don't know how to get it. You see other people driving traffic, but you just don't know how to do it yourself. And again, this is why I invited Igor today. He is a master at generating quality, targeted traffic using a new strategy called lead banks. He uses this traffic method to generate as much as 967,822 visitors in 30 days, working just 60 minutes a week. Again, I'm going to mention this again. He is the Top Ambassador affiliate. Now, because of that, you've made a wise decision to attend this webinar, because Igor is going to show you how to scale your traffic fast without it becoming a second job. You will see and understand how to use leverage and work smart to generate quality, targeted leads. You're also going to find out how to slash your learning curve so you can start seeing results faster while saving a lot of money on traffic. So, without further ado, I'm going to hand you over to Igor. Igor, take it away.
Sounds good. Happy to take the floor. Guys, give me a quick one in the chat if you can hear me, and I'll just take a look at this chat one brief moment to make sure there's a bunch of ones. So I'm getting one from Alexander, Martina, from Patrick. Give me more ones in the chat. Haidar, Richard, Denise, anyone else? Earth 2 attendees. So Annette, Christopher, Bill, Ariella, Super Dave, Mary Wade, Tendeni, Nifo, Alvin Smith, and so on. Okay, cool. So you guys can actually hear me, and therefore now I'm going to kind of shut off the chat because I only have one screen and I can only follow along with one screen and one thing at a time. I can multitask. Unlike my wife, she's really good at managing two kids and being able to do the paperwork and file for taxes. Like, she's amazing. But me, I'm very simple, one track mind. So thank you so much for attending. And right off the bat, my promise to you is that after this webinar, you'll never struggle with generating quality leads in any niche ever again, because what I'm going to teach you today is how I'm able to generate as much as 967,822 visitors in as little as 30 days. And these are English speaking visitors, and it only takes me 60 minutes of work per week. And just for attending this training, I'm going to give you a case study valued at $497 as a gift, just completely free gift, just for attending this training, that shows you how I made $98,000 in commissions in 7 days with just one affiliate offer with a simple 3-step email campaign. How about that, right? So give me a 7 in the chat if you like that. And right before we start, I promise you I'll give you a true shortcut to creating massive traffic on autopilot, which of course may lead to all the good stuff that comes out of having lots of traffic online, which is, yes, that's right, lots of sales. But first, I want you to confirm in writing in this chat, okay? In the chat, I want you to confirm that you understand that this is not a get rich quick scheme or some kind of system to get you rich. There's no link that I will give you to promote, and I won't ask you to become a distributor for a lotion and potion company, okay? So we have to be clear about that. I also want you to confirm by typing yes in the chat that yes, I understand in the chat that this is a really, really fast way to drive tons of quality leads fast, and it requires some work, the dreaded W word, right? Work, to set it up, but not to keep it going, which means you set it up once, and then it takes 60 minutes a week of supervision, so then you can scale your traffic, okay? So confirm by typing in yes, I understand in the chat. And finally, this is not a free method. It can't work unless you're willing to invest some money in traffic. My recommended budget is about $300, and it's recommended you keep reinvesting in increments of $300 to $500 each month as you grow. So if you're looking for a way to drive free traffic, which I simply don't believe even works at this point because the internet is way too saturated for that, then this is not the webinar for you. But if you would like to drive lots and lots of traffic in a leveraged way, and I also show you how I'm making it very profitable, which means I'm able to pay for the traffic with the sales I'm making, then this training is for you. So again, type in I understand, because this training clearly sets a line. There's a clear line we're drawing the sand right now between entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs. A entrepreneur is somebody who talks about big ideas, who talks about starting a business, who talks about doing some amazing things, who talks about making money from home, but never does anything with that. And entrepreneur is somebody who's willing to take small risks in order to make big financial headway, which means if you're willing to risk a little bit to make a lot, you're entrepreneurial. And if you actually follow through with that, then it sets you apart from all the entrepreneurs out there. And if anything, affiliate marketing, working from home, promoting any kind of product from home using the internet is entrepreneurship. Are we clear about that? Type yes in the chat if you're with me on this one. Okay, I'm seeing a bunch of yeses, great. So my question to you is, are you okay with taking strategic, calculated risk with your time and some of your money if I give you a hand up? Okay, if I give you a hand up showing you how to get started in the safest, fastest way. Good, good. So I want you to meet Alex Affiliate. And Alex Affiliate got bitten by this online marketing bug, just like the rest of us. He wants to be financially free, and he wants to create this freedom using his laptop. So Alex Affiliate grabs his affiliate link, goes on ClickBank, right? Grabs the affiliate link and starts promoting the link. And Alex doesn't know how to promote his link, so he asks the question. He starts researching on YouTube and stuff, and he says, okay, how do I drive traffic? And then he starts getting answers. Some people say run Facebook ads. Other people say rank YouTube videos. Other people say do Google SEO or Google AdWords. Other people say go on Instagram. Other people say post on Quora for free and get free traffic. So Alex starts trying out all these different strategies because he doesn't know what works. Now, by the way, anyone here, is it familiar for anyone, this experience right here, right now? Because that's been my experience from the very beginning of my journey. Give me a 0 in the chat real quick if this is something you are very, very familiar with. When you get online, you start asking questions and you get bombarded with a million different answers, sending you into a million different directions. Lots of overwhelm, very little specific applicable advice you can follow through with, but just lots and lots of confusion, lots and lots and lots and lots of movement, but no productive result, right? So I'm seeing Ken, Tindani, Joe, Egbert, Denise, Sion, Hyder, Super Dave, Martina, Ariella, Bill, Mary. Right, so this is obviously an experience you probably went through. So Alex starts trying this whole thing out, and the first problem he runs into is compliance. he runs into an issue of compliance with Facebook ads. He uploads a Facebook ad and he gets banned from Facebook. The ad account gets shut down very quickly before he even starts driving the traffic. No reason given, no heads up. They just shut down the ad account and say you can't advertise on Facebook anymore. Turns out Facebook does not like affiliate marketers, and therefore Alex is kind of screwed and he needs to go and look for another way to drive traffic. So Alex then goes and tries Google AdWords. Now Google AdWords becomes very, very expensive because every click on Google costs at least 10 or 15 bucks at this point. It's very competitive. So only the huge companies with large advertising budgets that come usually from investor funds can actually go and advertise there. So Google AdWords is off the table. Then he says, you know what, let me rank some videos. And he starts shooting videos and maybe creating some videos using video outsourcing services. But then he discovers that there's a problem. If you go into a free traffic pool, then you're probably going to be competing against a million other people, many of whom promote the same affiliate product as you do. So if you would like to rank a YouTube video for a keyword such as, product name review or product name bonus or, something like that, all of a sudden you're competing against a million other people and you're not ranking high and you're not getting any traffic. And when you do get traffic, that traffic gets easily stolen from you by other people who rank for the same keywords. So then he says, you know what, let me try Quora, because Quora is free traffic, and as soon as somebody posts a question on Quora, I'll just go in and I'll just post an answer. And then what he discovers is that it's a lot of time-consuming work for a very little payoff, because what happens is you have to be literally hooked up to your phone 24/7 to never miss a question, to never miss a comment, and it's just not a job really, and that job doesn't even pay as much as his day job anyway, so it's not worth it. So he gets an Instagram and he starts like running Instagram loops and getting organic followers, buying followers. And what he discovers is that with Instagram, even though he can post on Instagram and get some views and maybe get some clicks even and get some swipes on his stories, the traffic dies really fast. And it dies really fast because unlike YouTube, for example, or unlike Google, while your stuff stays on the network forever, nobody will ever see it because the feed is moving so fast that whatever post you make will get pushed down into the feed, right? So it's basically invisible. So after all these different attempts, Alex gets very discouraged because he does not understand how is he supposed to make money if traffic is so damn hard. And that's really the question that some of you may be wondering right now. Can you really make money if traffic is so damn hard? And so here's why. Okay, I'm going to give you the answer, and this is going to be eye-opening for many of you who've been wondering. You see, Alex has been taught to drive traffic this way. He's been taught to drive a traffic to an affiliate website just straight up. Now, the problem with that approach is that the math does not add up, because look, if you pay $1 per click, which is a conservative amount of money that you probably can get clicks for today, very conservative, usually you'll pay more, but let's just say it's $1 per click for the sake of easy math, and you get 1,000 visitors to your affiliate link with $1,000 ad spend and an average conversion of 1%, which means you're standing to make at least one sale per 100 visitors, which is actually higher than normal on most ClickBank products. Most ClickBank products require 250 visitors minimum to the sales page to make one sale. You're standing to make about 10 sales from 1,000 visitors, which means you're making, with an average commission of 15 to 35 bucks per sale, it means your potential revenue is 150 all the way to about 350 bucks. However, you're spending $1,000, which means you're standing to lose between $650 and $850. So best case, you're losing 650 bucks. Worst case, no, best case, you only lose 650, right? Worst case, you lose 850. So this math does not add up. Sending traffic directly to your affiliate link, no matter the traffic source, simply does not add up. Now, when people start promoting affiliate products and they realize that, here's the two things that they typically do. And you tell me if you're guilty of any of these. And trust me, no one can see your comments besides me. So, and I won't like embarrass you by reading out who did what, but I'm just curious from me, okay? The two solutions people tend to flock to are, first off, they look for cheap but quality traffic, which simply does not exist, because there's a concept that's called traffic inflation. Here's an article from CNBC that's 2 years old. Okay, this is important for you to know. 2 years old. That says that advertisers online are now spending 42% more money to get 11% less visitors than 2 years ago. And that's 2 years ago, which means today it's probably even worse than that, which means you're paying more money to get less traffic. This is what we call traffic inflation. Okay, so the rule of thumb is quality traffic will always be getting more expensive. I mean, there is no getting around that. It will always be like that. Now, the other problem is that these people jump from one shiny object system to the next, hoping to find one that converts at 50% sales conversion rate, which also doesn't exist. There's no product where you'll send 100 people to the sales page and make 50 sales. Even if you're offering the product for free, you're still looking at 30, maybe 35% conversion rate. If you charge just $1, your conversion rate will go down to 10%. And if you charge a little bit more than that, your conversion will go down even below that. So it's really unrealistic to expect something to convert so well all the time. Now, the problem is that we are being conditioned to look for one-hit home runs, which means we're coming in to the plate, and instead of swinging and hitting every now and again, we are sort of being expected to hit every time. And there's this company, it's called Nielsen Marketing Research, and they found out that on average these days it takes someone to go from thinking about it to I'm in for about 22 days. Now, what this means is that in these 22 days, people require 32 points of follow-up. 32 points of follow-up. Now, why is that? Because of ad blindness. Because right now, every single day, we're seeing tens of thousands ads per day. That's not even an exaggeration. We're actually literally seeing this many ads every single day. So my question is it reasonable to expect you to close a sale on the very first visit the prospect makes to your affiliate website every single time? And I want you to vote in the chat right now. Tell me, how do what do you think? Is it fair to expect for you to close at that rate? Okay, I'm getting lots of no's in the chat from Martina and Tandani and Dave and Joe and Sion and Ken, Bill, Hyder, Denise, Allison, Ola, Boda, Annette. Okay, cool. So you understand that. And Dave asks a great question. He says, is it true for the COVID-19 quarantine? Is it better or worse? It's even worse because advertisers now realizing that everyone's at home, probably looking into their phone, so they're advertising even more aggressively. In fact, remember the last time there was this huge crisis and the economy got shaken during the 2008 market crash. Well, what happened in the 2008 economy, that year, digital advertising doubled. So every time there's like a shakeup in the quote unquote real world, in the offline world, the digital advertising increases all the time. So yeah, I agree with you. No way we can make a sale like that. And that is why this concept does not work as advertised. Does that make sense to you guys? Type in the chat, makes sense if this does. Because this concept, this is the reason why I see so many affiliate marketers fail. And I think because I've been doing the complete opposite of that, that's why I became the top 1% super affiliate. And I'll explain to you exactly what I'm doing in just a minute. So what if there was a way to stop playing the one attempt home run game altogether? What if you could turn one-time visitors into repeat visitors by capturing them somehow? What if you could market to them for free or nearly free once you've captured them for as long as needed to close the sale? What if you could go from converting about 0.5%, maybe 10% or 12%, to maybe even 22% of your clicks into sales? What if your conversions would be multiplied by a factor of 20, right? Better yet, what if you could attract better prospects who actually want to buy your stuff? What if you could qualify the prospects who are ready to buy right now to close more sales? What if you could not only make more sales, but get prospects to buy more than one affiliate product from you as well, right? So instead of just buying that one thing and leaving your life forever, what if those buyers would stick around and buy from you like on a weekly basis or on a monthly basis? Excited? But there's more. Would you like to know how you can not only get more high quality traffic, but have this traffic build up over time to give you the ability to command large traffic to any website, to any affiliate offer you want? And do it in a way so it doesn't become another time consuming job. So give me a yes in the chat real quick. I want to see if you're paying attention. Give me a yes in the chat right now. So Martina, Hyder, Denise, Ariella, Tindani, Richard, Ken, Annette, Allison, Egbert. All right, seeing some new names. Sion, Bruce, Joe, Richard, Alexander, Gary, Antoine, Greg, Bill, Jason, Olaboda, Dave, Larry, Sion, Super Dave. Super Dave got the perfect name for this. And it's so funny that Marilyn mentioned superheroes at the beginning of the call as well. Mary, Andreas, Thomas. All right, fantastic. So here's what you do instead. So Alex changes his traffic getting approach altogether, and he starts sending traffic to what we call a value bribe page. It's a special page that asks the visitor to share their email address. Okay, so we can collect their email address. And it may look something like this. It's very simple, just a headline and an opt-in box, okay? Then he starts building a list. And he starts building a list of targeted prospects. And now he's got an email database, a database full of targeted email leads. Okay, making sense so far? So the next step that Alex takes is he starts mailing those leads. He starts promoting an affiliate offer number one. It makes $21,779.45 in commissions. He promotes a product number two and makes $74,400 in commissions. He promotes product number three and makes $62,211.50 in commissions. He promotes a product number, 4, 5, 6, 22, 48, etc. He just continues to do that, and every time he promotes something, he makes a ridiculous amount of money in commissions. And here's the thing, all because he's using this lead capture page and putting people on his list, which of course begs the question, would you like me to give you my best lead capture page? More than that, would you like me to show you how to use these lead capture pages without even owning a website? So even if you don't have a domain, I'll show you how to use them. Would you like for me to give you these lead capture pages for free? Give me a yes in the chat. Okay, I'm seeing lots of yeses. I mean, right, why would you say no to that? It's free lead capture pages. Okay, so if you want to find out more about how to get my best lead capture pages and how to use them without even so much as a domain of your own, then you have to stay until the very end. Okay, deal? Okay, good. Now, I do have a confession to make. This is not a story about Alex Affiliate. Alex Affiliate is a made-up name. This is my story, and my name is Igor Kheifets. I've built a large email audience, aka an email list, and I promote affiliate products to my audience using simple short emails with affiliate links. This strategy made me the top 1% super affiliate in the internet marketing niche worldwide. And I became one of the top affiliates for people like Michael Cheney, Ron Douglas, John Crestani, who's probably the biggest ClickBank guy right now, besides maybe Robbie Blanchard and the Niche Profit Classroom guys and maybe ClickBank University guys. But he's like, one of the biggest. Matt Basak, he's a legend in the online marketing space. Dean Holland. I mean, Ron Douglas, he's a New York Times bestselling author. I promoted the products for these people, and I've outranked all of their affiliates either by top earnings or top conversions. And that's not an accident, because I've been consistently doing that for a long, long time. I've been invited to, connect with people like Les Brown to help them with their marketing. We met with them about, 8 months ago or so. I was invited to speak at a super affiliate conference a couple of times. I even hosted my own seminar about how to promote stuff to your email list. But I did not start there. I actually started right here. This is, believe it or not, it's not a prison. This is a condo building in Israel, in a small town called Arad, Israel. There's about 25,000 people there, and my family immigrated from Ukraine into this town back in 2000. So we lived in this crammy little apartment right there where the arrow is pointing. I was starting my affiliate marketing business from that bedroom. It would get so hot in the summer that I would literally have to, and I know you're not really supposed to, don't try to imagine this, but I had to build my business in my underwear, literally, because I had no air conditioning there, and because it was really, really hot, because it gets really hot in Israel. So that's where I started. And at first, this is exactly what I've done. I drove traffic directly to an affiliate link, and as a result, It took me 3.5 years of nonstop grueling effort to generate my first ClickBank commission check of $124.37. That's 42 months of hard work. Now tell me, do you really want to work for 42 months nonstop every day, several hours a day, to make only $124.37? I hope not, because that's not the definition of freedom for me. This is the opposite of freedom. This is worse than having a job. In fact, if I take all the hours I've invested as well as all the money I've invested, and I deduct it by the hours invested, so I mean, I was making pennies per hour. Okay, so it was just devastating. So then I had to change the approach, and I was so fortunate to have been taught this approach about getting people to sign up on my email list first, because it changed everything for me. I went from making nothing to making, as much as $9,291 in commissions in a single day. And notice I only sent 332 unique visitors to that link. That's not a lot, okay? Which means the traffic I'm generating is really high quality. Here's another example, $22,000 in commissions in 7 days. Another example, $32,950.50 in commissions in 7 days. Here's another affiliate program I promoted for 2 years nonstop, where I made $247,400 in commissions. And just having my email audience gives me nonstop passive affiliate income. Like, this is, even during the COVID-19 situation, I was still able to produce, at the very least, like on the worst week ever, I'm still pulling at least $5,000 in affiliate commissions during the COVID-19 quarantine. Now, this is about $5,000 more than everyone else, right? Because everyone else is just stuck at home, can't work, unless they work from home, and they are now stuck in a situation where they're like prisoners to their work because they can't leave home and they can't stop working. Now, this has not been my reality. My reality has been completely different. I make really high earnings per click with my affiliate promotions, and as a result, I have more freedom. Sometimes I make as much as $65,000 in a single week promoting one product. Other times it's a little bit less, like $43,000 in commissions. Other times could be even less than that, about $29,000 in commissions. But for the most part, I just make money with affiliate commissions every single day because I email my list. And this is where the big lesson is. Selling is not the key to success. Hustling is not the key to success, right? The whole Jordan Belfort mentality, where you gotta hustle, sell, and choke them on that stock, as he says in the movie, that's not the key to success. Not to mention, I personally do not have the stomach for doing something like that. Do you? I mean, I was brought up in a family of a mechanic and a music teacher. I was not brought up in a family of a Wall Street trader or somebody who sells pharmaceutical stock for a living. Like, that's just not me. I don't know that life. I am a very down-to-earth kind of guy, and I enjoy the simple stuff in life, and therefore I don't resonate with this hustle mentality. I want my freedom. I want to make money, but I want my freedom more than I want to make money. So for me, success comes from having a big email list. Does that make sense to you? Give me a yes in the chat real quick if is this making sense to you? Okay. Right, so George says, I know Anthony and Kristani. Okay, we got Haider, Allison, Martina, Denise, Andreas, Alexander, Ariella, Corey, George, Ken, Egbert, Antoine, Sion, Olaboda, Dave, Theon, Tendani. Yep, so it's making sense. Perfect. Okay, by the way, if you're on this webinar, you're not putting things in chat. First of all, I won't be reading your name, so you're missing out on that. But second, why are you even here? Don't be passive. If you want to retain this information, you got to be typing in the chat. I want to see more yeses in that chat. Open the question box right now. Type in yes, Igor, just so I can see you, just so I know you're alive. Okay, don't take up space in this webinar unless you are actually learning. Okay, so Richard, Ellison, Annette, Jason, Martina, Joe, George, Greg. Okay, come on. Yes, Igor. Yes. Fantastic. Cool. Now, you're probably thinking, Igor, okay, I understand the concept of building a list. I understand the potential of building a list. But how the heck do I build a list? Am I right? Is that what you're wondering right now? Well, I'm here to answer this question. In fact, what if I told you there's a way for you to build a huge list of hundreds of thousands of targeted leads affordably? And what if I said you can do it in just 60 minutes a week? And I know it's a far-fetched dream even, and maybe unrealistic for you at this point. But the strategy I'm about to share with you actually gets me nearly 1 million clicks per month. Now, for the sake of full transparency, and I really want to be super transparent with you on this, like if I'm getting 967,822 clicks per month, don't expect for all these clicks to be quality, right? At least 30% of these clicks are probably fake, and I'll show you how to weed them out altogether. But let's just say even half of these clicks aren't quality. Would you be able to make money with 500,000 clicks per month? Like seriously, if you can't make money with 500,000 clicks per month, you should just quit internet marketing right now, because anyone can. Anyone can. All you have to do is just channel some of that traffic into a ClickBank offer and you're good to go. I'm getting traffic consistently, and it's quality traffic too. For example, here's a screenshot from my Google Analytics where I've had 561 sessions, out of which half of these sessions were unique. And I've generated 90, I think, something percent of this traffic is English speaking from US, Canada, and Great Britain, okay, with people spending at least 2 minutes and 30 seconds on my site. This is really high quality traffic. So getting 15,682 clicks per day to my sites is not a problem with this strategy. So do you want to know what it is? And again, I'll keep making you type yes in the chat. So give me yes in the chat if you want to know what it is. All right, now I'm seeing it. Now I'm feeling it. Let me read out some brand new names. So we got Birgit, Allison, Denise, Ken, Hyder, Jason, Egbert, Mary, Alvin, George, Sion, Bruce, Martina, Christopher, Ariel, Olaboda, Joe, Ken, Antoine, Denise, Greg, Antonio, Victor, Jason, Helen Guine, I hope I pronounced that right. It was difficult. Sion, Gary, Richard, Ben, Annette, Alexander, Gideon, Sion, Janelle, Bill, Tristan. All right, so many new names in the chat. So what is it? I call it lead banking, okay? Lead banking traffic strategy. So lead banking works like this. There are people out there who have lots of traffic that they don't know what to do with. I know it sounds weird. Why would anyone not know what to do with traffic? But there are people who command large amounts of traffic, but they don't know how to monetize it. We'll call them lead bounty hunters, okay? Now, they then are connected to an advertiser. That could be you, that could be me, that could be anyone who wants to build an email audience and profit from this email audience quickly and passively. And now the advertiser and the lead bounty hunters are connected through something called the lead bank. And the lead bank is basically the middleman who connects traffic to the people who need it. So the way it works is the advertiser pays a set amount of money to the people with traffic, the lead bounty hunters, for generating targeted leads on a condition that they generate a lead that is targeted and responsive and real. So unlike with, say, Facebook ads, where you pay for impressions and clicks, and those impressions and clicks don't guarantee jack to you, right? In this case, you're only paying if you're getting a conversion. And you're always paying a predetermined set fee, which means you can budget your traffic very, very well. So for example, you can run a campaign, get the lead bounty hunters to send you traffic, to send you leads, like actual email leads for say $1 per lead, which means if you want to get 500 real qualified, targeted, responsive leads, you pay only $500, as opposed to Facebook ads where you're paying $1 per click, and you oftentimes pay anywhere from $5 to $12 per lead. Right, so you're already saving lots of money. But in addition to that, if they send you leads that are not good, guess what? You don't pay for them. Now, in case you're wondering, what does the lead bank do and how the lead bank makes money? Well, for every dollar you give to the lead bounty hunters, the bank, just like any bank, just gets to keep a small part of it. For example, 5 or 10 cents. So for every dollar you're paying to the lead bounty hunter, the lead bank keeps 10 cents. So the lead bounty hunter gets 90 cents and the lead bank gets 10 cents. But your cost per lead does not change. Do you understand how this works? Type in I understand, because I really want to make sure you get it, because this concept completely revolutionized my life. I went from struggling for traffic to quite literally overnight never having to worry about getting clicks and getting leads ever again. I would literally wake up to hundreds and hundreds of new subscribers in my account. Okay, so Allison, Hyder, Tandani, Patrick, Denise, Joe, Janelle, Olaboda, Martina, Alexander, Jason, Andreas, Ken, Zion, Lotaro, Jason, Greg, Antoine, Egbert, Larry, and it continues to just keep going, but I don't, it's not loading because I think it's overloaded at this point. So awesome, you guys are understanding, okay? Now again, for those of you who don't understand, you're simply paying per lead instead of paying per click or impression, and there's always a set fee, no surprises, okay? And what you can expect from this strategy is literally getting hundreds of thousands of clicks as soon as you want to get them, or as little as 50,000 if you want to scale down. Basically, if you could imagine, if you had a tap, kind of like the water tap in your home, where you can open the tap and close the tap when you want to drink and take just as much as you need or as little as you need. This is the exact same concept. It's kind of like installing a traffic tap in your business. Does that make sense to you? Good. So here's how lead banking compares to other traffic methods. First off, tons of leverage. Other people driving your traffic for you, and they're taking on the most time-consuming thing in your business. That is amazing because that frees up a lot of your time. Then you get to save time and use that time to do whatever else you want, whether to go out and play with your kids in the yard, or go work out, or maybe work on another business venture, or maybe you got an expensive hobby that you need more time for. Whatever that is, you are avoiding a huge learning curve and you're avoiding a huge day-to-day time suck. Then you're avoiding lots of risk because you're only paying for a guaranteed result. This is huge because most people who do paid advertising lose money not on the leads, but rather before that. They lose money paying for impressions and clicks that don't convert, okay? Now, you also get to save lots of money because with this strategy, you're getting leads at a fraction of what you would otherwise pay with other networks, with other traffic networks, be it Facebook ads or Google AdWords or native ads, whatever that is. There's a cost, and it's usually far greater than the cost you'd be paying with lead banks. And you also generate higher ROI. You know why? Because you're getting real targeted leads, and you're only paying for those. You're not paying for duds, you're not paying for unresponsive leads, you're not paying for fake leads, which you also pay for with all these other traffic networks. I don't care if you're advertising with Google or Facebook, they can't protect you from getting fake traffic or unresponsive traffic. It just doesn't work like that. They can't. With this one, again, you can protect yourself. You also get comfortable terms because once you get the strategy up and running, you can start paying for the leads after you monetize them, okay? Which means you can start paying for the traffic after you got it, giving you that necessary time buffer to monetize the traffic and pay for it. Make sense? Now, you're probably thinking, okay, Igor, that makes sense, but why email? Why not Instagram audiences? Why not Facebook fan page base? Why not a Twitter following? Why an email audience? Well, quite simply because email, according to Perry Marshall, the author of 80/20 Sales and Marketing, it's the permission to be inside your customer's personal space. We use email for everything that is important. You want to sign a real estate contract to lease your home or to sell it or to buy a home? You're not getting that contract in your Instagram account, do you? You're getting an email. When your boss sends a memo, they're sending an email. Whenever there is a development that requires your attention that your lawyer wants you to know, there's an email. There's anything that is important, even your Amazon receipt. Amazon receipt does not come in your Facebook, right? It does not appear in your Facebook Messenger inbox. It goes to your email, and there's a reason for that. You even, if you're thinking, okay, Igor, but Facebook is like 2 billion people right now, it's much bigger. But you know what? Try to register a Facebook account without an email address and see what happens. You can try and use your phone number, but you'll still need your email address to do pretty much everything else. So even Facebook cannot kill email, because email is required, is like the basis to everything we do online. So there was a study done by MailMunch recently, and they found out that people who spend money with email, or who find your business or decide to buy from you using email, spend 20 times more money per purchase, right, per their lifetime value to you, than social network referrals. Now, what does that mean? It means that if you had let's say you got a clothing store, right, and you get to choose between two types of customers. One type of customer, a social media customer, comes into your store, likes your stuff, likes your shirts and likes your pants and likes your shoes, and never buys anything, And the times that they do buy something, they buy the cheapest item that you've got, okay? Now, then there's another type of customer, a customer that comes in just as often and buys 9 times, almost 9 times more often than the social media people, and spends 20 times more money on average for every purchase that they make. So between the first type and the second type, which one would you prefer? Type your answer in the chat. First, the social media type, or the second, the email type. And I want to see who's paying attention here. Okay, I can tell if you are paying attention for sure. Okay, good. Everyone is typing second. Not one person typed in the first type. Everyone typed the second type. Great, perfect. So according to Ryan Deiss, the founder of digitalmarketer.com, and it's one of the foremost authorities on digital marketing right now, email makes $44 for every $1 spent, which means it's a 4.3,000% ROI. So for every dollar you spend, email returns 44. Now, if you ask me what is alchemy, I'm saying email is alchemy, because you take dirt and you turn that dirt into gold, right? You take $1, you turn it into $44. That's what real business is about. It's not about looking for that free scheme that is going to get you money. It doesn't work like that. Trust me, guys. I've tried all the schemes. They don't work. The only way to do it is to generate customers and to convert these customers into long-term buyers for you. And that is why having an email audience allows me to email an affiliate offer and make 20,000 in commission. Then email another one, make 70,000 in commission. Then email another one and make 60,000 in commission. Email another one and make another 32,000 in commission. Like, the more I make, the more I reinvest in traffic for my profits, and the more I make again. So it's like a system, you know, it's like a self-growing system. In fact, the way I'm seeing it, growing your business with this strategy is a lot like raising a child versus raising a dog. If you're raising a dog, you basically have yourself a job that never ends. Like my best friend Dennis, he's got a dog, golden retriever Richie. He's older now, but you know, Richie needs to be walked every day. Richie needs to have his teeth brushed every morning and every night. Richie needs the food to be placed at the right time, at the right place, etc. Richie needs attention, blah, 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 right? So, and Richie is like 13 years old now, which means he's really old. Now, can you imagine what it's like to take care of a person for 83 years and always the same thing? You know, you give them the food, you wash them, you brush their teeth for them. No. If you're a person, if you are a parent, for example, you've got kids, your kids grow up eventually and they learn to take care of themselves, and eventually, if you're a good parent, they'll even come and take care of you when you're old. So that's, for me, is the difference. Raising a dog is a job that never ends, and raising a kid, it's a self-growing system. So what I'm showing you today is a self-growing, predictable, systematic way to grow your online business while profiting along the way. In other words, if you had to choose between washing your clothes using that thing on the right, and I honestly don't even know what that thing is called. Maybe some of you can type in the chat and tell me what it's called. Or the dishwasher on the left, which option would you go with? Type in the chat. Is it the one on the left or the one on the right? All right, so thank you, Martina, Greg, Dave, and Bruce, who wrote washboard. So what is it going to be? Is it going to be the washboard, or is it going to be the washing machine? Is it going to be the is it going to be the automated, lazy way of doing it, or the hard work, grueling version of it? Okay, most of you, there's actually some of you who are typing the washboard. I don't understand why. Alexandra typed in washboard. Not sure. Oh, right, because it's like the definition. Yeah, but if you had to choose, Alexandra, choose the one on the left, okay? Choose the washing machine. Now, in fact, all the other super affiliates that you know and trust and like, you get their emails. They're already doing it right now under your nose, and you don't even know what's going on. So I invite you to join them. I invite you to finally have a chance to land on those leaderboards with them, because you too will be using your email list. Just like my friend Paulo Barroso, who's dominating leaderboards for almost every opportunity that he promotes, every product he promotes, because he's got an email list, and he overcomes, he ranks above people who supposedly command larger audiences on social media. Same thing for my friend David Deacle, who actually lands on leaderboards all the time, and he's only got a small list of 3.8 thousand people. That's actually not a huge list, but he's still able to out-earn almost everyone I know. And again, if you need more evidence to this, that it's all around you and that everyone is talking about it, here's Mike Diller, the founder of MikeDiller.com. He says, one of the most important things you can do to make money online is to build a large email list. If you build a list, the problem of lack of sales disappears once and for all. You can produce cash flow on demand, and ultimately anything you do now and into the future becomes an instant and guaranteed success. How about Neil Patel? You probably heard of Neil Patel. He's pretty popular when it comes to driving traffic, search engine optimization, apps, Instagram. Like, you get to see Neil Patel everywhere. The guy's relentless. So Laurent Malka asked him on his blog, what should I do as a beginner affiliate marketer? Neil Patel's answer is build a solid list. I mean, that's a clue, right? So when you have an email list, you get to recycle traffic for free or nearly free for pretty much until the person is on your list. You get to spend less money and make more. You get to work less and you get to work smart. You get to make passive income because the more your list grows, you don't have to work harder. It takes just as much effort to email a 1,000-person list as it does a 10,000-person list. And you get long-term results because an email list is a long-term asset that creates long-term results. It is actually kind of like owning a rental property, only a little bit better because it creates monthly passive income plus equity. So you see, with rental properties, if you do own a rental property, if you've got lucky or if you were born rich and you were able to buy some, right, you get passive income, you've got equity that's growing, but there's also some problems. For example, there's tenants. I got a neighbor actually who's living for 8 months now without paying rent. He's a divorced single dad, and they can't evict him, right? And so the landlord of that house that should be making about $3,000 per month in rent isn't making anything for about 8 months now, and he's likely not to get anything because this guy has no money. Like, there's no way he can pull money from this guy. Another problem is investment capital. I don't know about you, but I wasn't born rich. I didn't have any rich relatives. In fact, it was only after I myself got rich, I was able to pull most of my relatives out of poverty. And so investment capital is a big problem. Okay, then you're also limited by the market. What if another 2008 market crash happens? Then your equity is basically going down the toilet. So you're kind of subjective to that. And another problem is you need to sell to cash out. I have a friend who's divorcing her husband after about 20 years of being together, and they got a big house that's worth about $2 million. But they've been trying to sell it for now close to 1 year, and their divorce is basically stuck because they can't sell the house. Right, and not to mention that I'm guessing they'd be willing to let the house go for less than it's worth just to end the divorce. So that's not a great position to be in. On the other hand, with an email list, you get passive income. Your income grows over time because your list grows as well. You've got minimum time investment. You've got no need in a huge investment capital. You get started with very little money. Okay, you don't need bank financing or anything like that. You don't need tenants, so you don't need that headache. And you can cash out daily by promoting products to the list. I mean, does it get any better than that? For me, it does not, because for me, affiliate lifestyle with email marketing and lead banks allows me to work from home or from coffee shops when you're allowed to go outside, of course. You get to relax where you are, travel the world. You take as many days off as you want, or you work as many hours per day as you want. You never trade your hours for dollars again. You work smart by leveraging the efforts of others. You can afford your dream lifestyle. And if you want to make more money, you turn on the knob. So that's how I, a simple guy, was able to afford some crazy stuff. For example, to own a Porsche, to fly out to Germany, to go on the Nürburgring racetrack, the most dangerous track in the world, and drive at the speed of 202 kilometers an hour in a Porsche GT3. To shoot the minigun from the movie Terminator 2. If any of you are old enough to remember that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, remember that when he steps out into the like an office building and he just starts spraying the police cars without killing the cops because that kid told him not to. So that's pretty crazy. I was even able to drive a tank and crush an Audi using that tank. So that's pretty amazing. And you get to do that if you have the money, and not just any money, but money you're not afraid to spend. Right, it's one thing to have money, but it's a whole other thing when you're living paycheck to paycheck, even with a high income, which is how many people out there live. Now, in case you're wondering still, is email dead? Well, no, it's not. 73% of millennials prefer to communicate with businesses via email, which means if you promote products, email is your best friend. 50% of US respondents to the survey said that they check their email 10 times a day. That's more often than they check their Facebook and Instagram. 99% of consumers check their email every day. So if people buy something, they're used to buying something through email, they check their email at least once a day for sure, usually much more. 59% of people, they say that marketing emails influence their purchase decisions, and more than 59% of marketers say email is their biggest source of ROI. That's actually true for me, and it's also true for Marilyn. So if you've been following Marilyn around, you know that this guy is an expert at building and monetizing email lists. In fact, that's probably one of the reasons why you're working with him right now, because he told you that you should build a list, and he's right to do so. He's doing you a huge favor. So here's what we've covered so far. We've covered why traditional traffic approach of driving clicks to an affiliate link doesn't work anymore, and you now know the 5 key traffic challenges that stop us from enjoying passive income with affiliate marketing. You understood the symptom and the problem causing these challenges to your affiliate business, and I showed you a better way to drive traffic that overcomes all these challenges once and for all. You learned how to capture one-time clicks and turn them into long-term customers, and you now see and understand how to create passive income with affiliate marketing. You now know why email leads are the best leads and how to work smart to build massive passive income with affiliate products and email marketing. Then I showed you a new way to get tons of leads in autopilot using something called lead banks, and you've learned there are lead bounty hunters who can supply a large amount of traffic to you for a fee, and that you don't have to pay them unless the leads actually convert. After I explained the entire strategy to you, I showed how the leads you're getting can quickly turn into affiliate profits. So you can pay for the leads the bounty hunters are getting for you with the profits you're making from your affiliate business. Now, due to time constraints, here are some of the questions that got left unanswered so far. How to find lead banks, what specific lead banks should you and should you not work with, how to get approved by lead banks quickly if you're just starting out, what's the fair lead bounty to offer to the bounty hunters to drive traffic for you, how to track conversions effectively, how to put together a quality landing page that lead bounty hunters would be happy to promote, how to create a value bribe that's going to attract qualified prospects with money without giving away the farm, how to follow up with the leads you're generating to monetize them quickly. And you know, coming into this training that I was planning to do for you with Marilyn, I had 2 choices. One choice would be to just give you what I gave you and let you figure out the rest on your own. And trust me, if you're proactive, you can take this information and you can go out there and figure the rest out on your own. It's going to take you some time, but you can do it. And I feel that by just exposing you to this strategy, I'm already doing you a huge service here, because I'm opening your eyes to a possibility you were not aware of before. In fact, if you really think about it, you know, imagine that all the money in the world you need to make is an apple tree, like it's apples. What money is apples, and you're standing underneath this huge apple tree, and you're reaching for the apples. They're right there. They're big. They're red. They're juicy. You can taste. They're so sweet, and you know it. But you're extending your arm and you're not reaching them. Okay, are you seeing this right now? Okay, good. Now, right now, you're not really deprived of abundance, right? You don't have the necessary tool to reach that abundance. So if I gave you a ladder, you could climb the tree and get all the abundance you need. Does that make sense to you? So what I'm giving you today with this is a ladder. Traffic is the ladder you need to go and get those apples. And that's what I'm giving you today. But I also had another thought, and I thought to myself, what if I took a bigger responsibility and played a bigger role in your success? In fact, what if I gave you the missing pieces, such as the specific lead banks I work with you can trust, such as how to approach a lead bank so they want to work with you, how to negotiate down the lead cost so you're getting leads for peanuts, the over my shoulder training how to create a high converting lead page template that's getting me 74% sign up rate, the follow-up emails to send to the leads you're capturing to make affiliate sales, the secret way I use to get other people to build my value bribes for me for less than 30 bucks, and affiliate offers I promote right now that are making me a lot of money. In other words, would you like me to give you all of my lead generation secrets, no holds barred, to take you from 0 to 1,000 target leads per day in record time? And this is where you just answer honestly, yes or no. Okay, I'm just kind of looking at the chat here, pulling the chat real quick. All right, so we got lots of yeses. We got Ellison, Ariella, Egbert, Greg, Haydar, Tandani, Birgit, Antoine, Randy, Joe, Olabode, Lotaro, Ken, Dave, Martinez, Sion, Patrick, Gideon, Ori, Egbert, Gary, Hilingwe. Again, I apologize for butchering your name. Victor, Randy, Bill, Alexander, Robin, Richard, Mary, right? Ken says, depending on the cost. Yes, we'll get to that in just a sec. I appreciate your honesty. What I'm happy to see is that there's not a single no in the audience, which means you realize and you recognize the power of what we're or of what you're seeing here, which is amazing. Because for that reason, I'm really proud to introduce to you what I call Elite Traffic Pro 2.0. It's a bulletproof lead generation system for driving up to 967,822 targeted visitors per month to your website. And here's what it does. It shows you how I use lead banks to drive as little as 108,000 and all the way up to 967,000 clicks per month for a totally new site without Google AdWords or search engine optimization, without Facebook ads or social media marketing, and without any manual labor, content writing, optimization, or otherwise time-consuming work. Okay. It also shows you how I'm getting high quality leads for a fraction of the cost compared to Facebook ads, AdWords, and even native ads, and how I'm paying for these leads out of my profit instead of out of my pocket. Here's an example of how I generated 1.3 million leads in the span of just 10 months at a cost of $1.4 per lead. Okay, that means I've generated over 4.2 million clicks, and I immediately start making money with those leads. Make money on ClickBank affiliate promotions, on private affiliate promotions, start literally being flooded with visitors, being able to send lots of traffic to lots of different offers and continue to make tons and tons and tons of money. In fact, this system shows you everything you need to know about the very traffic strategy that made me the top 1% affiliate. In fact, I got on this affiliate network, it's called Warrior Plus. I ran 2 promotions with my list and became the top 1% affiliate right away. Okay, that's the power of what I'm showing you today. It also explains to you how to cherry pick high quality prospects out of the general traffic pool, that people who actually want to buy stuff, okay, that you're selling right now, which means you can call them out. You don't have to get, cold untargeted traffic. You can get hot targeted traffic instead, and you can only pay for that traffic. I mean, isn't that exciting when you can say, okay, kind of like when you go into the superstore, and I know that right now I'm probably going into the superstore at least once a week, one person at a time. But when you get into the produce section, right, you're standing in front of this, I don't know, potato stand, and you're picking potatoes, right? You can pick. Would you pick the rotten black potato or the green potato? No, you wouldn't, right? Nobody would pick that. You would only pick the one that's ripe, the one that's like grayish brownish, right? The one that looks good, the one that looks like the one you want to eat. So in the same way, you should be as picky about your leads. And I'm showing you a way how to only get the targeted quality leads here. That's what I'm talking about. It also explains to you where I send the traffic to turn a profit fast and where most affiliates send it to lose money. And the one change I made to my traffic strategy that made me a virtually overnight super affiliate in a highly competitive niche market. You will see and understand how to pay 500% less for quality targeted leads while other affiliates are overpaying and struggling, and how to beat the 3 enemies of every affiliate marketer: cost, time, and compliance. You will discover how to get tons of quality traffic at a low cost and minimum time and 0 chances of getting banned or blocked. I'll show you how to set up a passive traffic campaign that doesn't die until you want it to die, right? And that's another big thing about the strategy. The one thing I hate about AdWords and Facebook ads is that you can set up a campaign, you can work on it for a long time, and then it just dies. Have any of you had that experience before? If you drove traffic, like it happened to me more than once, and it kind of sucks because it makes me feel like, oh look, I put all this hard work into it, and it doesn't produce profits anymore. So it just doesn't happen in this case. Okay. You will find out how to scale your affiliate earnings without sacrificing more time, sinking in debt, or building yourself another job, and how to set up a lead generation campaign that appreciates faster than real estate, as well as how to drive quality leads in any niche market and in any country. So if you promote a non-USA product, for example, if you want to do this in the Spanish market, in the Russian market, in the German market, like you can do it. That strategy works just as well in those other markets as well. I will give you the 5 real-time lead bank directories where world's top lead banks sell themselves to you, plus explain to you how to select the right lead banks for you based on your offer and niche market preference, as well as #1 free website that I use to vet lead banks. I will explain to you how to reach out to the world's most traffic-rich lead banks correctly so you're approved and not rejected, and how to conduct the interview, what to say, what not to say, and what to expect. How to find the contract details for the world's most prestigious lead banks who accept new members on referral basis only, and how to negotiate the best lead bounty rates without committing to large orders or long-term contracts, right? Because you want to come in, you spend as little money as you want, as little money as you can, and test, and you don't want to commit up front with tens of thousands of dollars, right? So it'll also show you how to set up a smart tracking link in 2 minutes that will automatically track each bounty hunter separately, letting you know who's sending you great leads worth paying for and who's sending you duds, so you can cut them quickly and not pay for the leads they send, as well as the 5 things a lead bank would like to know before taking you on as a traffic partner. Now, what niche does this work for? Health and fitness, financial, software education, parenting, politically driven niches, personal development, make money or biz op, network marketing, spirituality, games. And it's really hard to find a market where this doesn't work. And like seriously, you can even use this to sell like at-home security systems. Like it's just crazy. You want to get someone to install a Google Chrome plugin, you can use it. You want someone to download a coupon, you can use it. You want someone to just get on your list by downloading an ebook, you can use that as well. So it's really crazy. There's so much traffic out there, so many opportunities, but people are simply unaware. They don't have the ladder, right? They see the apple trees, but they don't have the tools to climb the trees. This system, and I'm like downplaying its value at $20,000, but that's not all. What about converting the traffic? So I'm showing you how to drive the traffic. What about converting the traffic? Well, I want to show you how to convert your traffic like a pro. Here's an example of how I'm getting 74% opt-in rate on a 311,404 click count. That's a lot. That's actually multiples, probably 4 times the typical opt-in rate in our industry. And I'm also able to attract big spending buyers as a result. So I am able to create big earnings as a result of generating these high conversions to the tune of making as much as $36,000 in a single day, and continue to generate consistent sales every single day, as well as throughout the year too. For example, this is how I've earned $140,000 in 2020 so far. So what I want to give you, I call it the 60-second lead pages. It's the secret landing page system that's generating 71% or 74% sign-up rates for me. It's a formulaic approach that I use to convert clicks into qualified prospects who buy products from my affiliate links. It explains how to create high converting lead pages that generate responsive, big spending leads for any product really, really fast without owning your website, as well as the landing page that tells the prospect just enough to generate interest but doesn't give anything away for free. I guarantee this will cut your lead cost by a factor of 4 at the very least, because you'll be spending less money on traffic and converting more of that traffic at the same time. I'll also give you the bridge page you need to use to qualify and convert leads from news sites and social media platforms, as well as explain to you how to get high converting lead landing page copy written for you for pennies. I'm also going to give you the super effective lead gen page for marketing local, hard to sell products like hearing aids, dental surgery, life insurance, or any other product really or service requiring physical presence to close the sale, and a sneaky way to disguise your sales pitch as your value bribe so the prospect feels excited to get pitched. This works like clockwork. Here's an example of how I drove an 82% conversion rate to a webinar. Here's another example where I drove 92% conversion to an affiliate offer. And I've been consistently using these secrets to generate as much as 90.91% conversion rate on my own landing pages. And my customers, they're getting 65% email sign-up rate and more sales than ever before. Here's Clive, who made his first ever ClickBank affiliate sale and made a $500 commission as a result of following this exact approach. Here's Jason, who made 17 sales and generated 85% opt-in rate on an 880 click campaign. This system is valued at $4,000, and I want you to have it for free. I'll also give you the ultimate lead page swipe file that contains 56 pages across 56 lead pages across a dozen industries, marketing everything from hearing aids to supplements to consulting to diets to software to physical products. So you can swipe what works from people and companies who spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on testing those pages and running actual paid traffic. So you can avoid trial and error and guesswork. That's $1,000 value, and I want you to have it for free. I would also like to give you the done for you lead pages, and this will show you how to get other people to build your lead page for you, whether your first one or your next one, and how to get other people to give you a ready-to-go value bribe for free or at under $15. How to delegate the technical stuff to people who enjoy doing it, and how to get them working for cheap. That's $1,000 and $1,000 value, and it's yours for free. I would also like you to have the lead page checklist, which you can run to ensure high conversions, compliance, and profitability on your next campaign. And I created it for myself to make sure I do not forget anything important. So you don't have to learn anything, just keep this checklist handy and run this bad boy before launching traffic. That's $1,000 value, and I want you to have it for free as well. I would also like you to have the bribe checklist. And the bribe checklist shows you how to create a lead magnet or a value bribe for your audience, so you can attract the right type of people who are actually willing to spend money with you. So you can use this checklist if you're not sure what value bribe to create in the first place or don't have a value bribe right now. This checklist shows you how to create a value bribe really fast without you actually having to be the one to create it. Okay, you can actually get one for free right now, like in 10 minutes. It's super easy, and most people don't know how it's done. Again, it's the exact same example of you walking under those apple trees, but you're not sure where to get the ladder to climb the tree. I would also like to give you my Bootstrap production toolkit that tells you what tools to use to create your own value bribe into a downloadable product. These are free and low-cost tools to produce high-quality value bribes that save you a lot of time and a lot of money. That's $1,000 value, and I want you to have it for free. And I also want you to have the traffic scaling checklist that tells you which metrics to track to make sure your traffic campaign is profitable. So you can avoid scaling unprofitable campaigns, because I've been there, and trust me, it gets expensive really fast. And you can put in the numbers and decide immediately, okay, do I scale this or not? That's it. No guesswork whatsoever. This whole thing comes down to nearly $30,000 in value, okay? And you're probably thinking, okay, Igor, we get it. How much? Well, you're getting a complete A to Z walkthrough of how I generate 1,082,914 targeted and qualified leads a year. That's 90,242 quality leads a month, and that's 3,008 per day on average, give or take. So my ideal outcome is to get you up and running, driving thousands of targeted leads for yourself, just like I do, as fast as possible. So I'm telling you exactly what to do and showing you exactly how to do it over my shoulder. It takes me roughly 4 hours to give you everything you need to know to start getting leads right now. And I charge $3,000 an hour for consulting. So 4 hours of my time will cost you $12,000 up front, no payment plans. In case you're wondering, yes, I get this money. It's not a made up number. I actually make this money. Here's somebody wiring me $6,400. He's another client wiring me $6,000, and another one wiring me $20,000 for a package of 8 hours with a discount, and another client who paid me $14,000 for a package that included consulting hours. So my question to you is it fair? And just answer yes or no in the chat. Is it fair for me to charge you $12,000 for a nonstop supply of quality leads? And again, just be honest with me. If you don't feel this fair, just type in no, not fair. If you feel it's fair, type in yes. So let's see what we got. I'll just be reading out your answers. Denise says yes. Okay. George says no. Gideon says no with all caps. Okay. Come on. If you want your opinion to be heard, type it in the chat. Ellison says yes. Antoine says yes. Greg says yes. Olaboda says fair. Hyder says no. Sion says fair. We got no's from Dave, Ariel, and Alexander. Ben says yes. Bruce says C. Ken says yes. Okay, anyone else wants to voice an opinion? Mary says yep. Anyone else? No opinion? Okay, yep, says Randy. Victor says, if I wanted to hire a coach, yes. Okay, I agree. Look, for me, anything under 10,000 is a steal. But I know that at $12,000, even though it's a completely fair investment, most people can't afford it, right? I mean, I'm not an idiot. I understand the situation right now. Lots of people got laid off. There's a whole situation with the coronavirus. Nobody knows what's going to happen. I totally get it. So charging 12 grand is fair, but not realistic because most people can't afford it. And it's the people who can't afford it who need it the most. But what if I said, I found a way to give you the secrets and the knowledge without charging you my outrageously high consulting fees? What if only to the people who are attending this training right now, I was willing to extend a 92% discount? Now, you're probably thinking, but why, right? Why would I do that? What's the catch? Well, look, I'm giving you everything you need to know in the form of a system. Plus, I give you my best resources, my best tools, checklist, and know-hows, and I'm giving you the freedom to go through it and execute on your own schedule. So this way, I don't have to make you come out to a seminar. I don't have to get you to get on a bunch of inconveniently set up coaching calls and drip that content to you slowly or bill you for my time, which has the highest price tag of them all, right? My time is what you'll be paying if you paid me $3,000 an hour. And I can just give you the secrets and the knowledge for an affordable one-time fee of just $997, right? Very simple, very straightforward. Plus, because it's done in the form of a system, I can even give you a complete risk-free guarantee. So you go through this program in the next 30 days, and if you're not flooded with more qualified leads than you know what to do with, just email me at support@lisboninlifestyle.com for a no questions asked refund. You don't need to prove you've tried to implement. You don't need to justify anything or go through an interrogation. Just say, I don't want it anymore, and I'll buy it back from you. No questions asked. Very simple. I won't make your life difficult. Trust me. If you don't think this is for you, fine. I'll be sleeping well at night. My students, who I'll introduce you to in a second, will be sleeping well at night. We know that if you don't want to do this, it's completely your loss. Now, there's just one catch. I'm only enrolling 25 members today at this special price. Okay, it's only one time and it's only today. So if you want this, if you want to become one of my next success stories, you need to go to igor.cx/ETP. That's igor.cx/ETP right now, okay, and sign up right away, because for the first 7 action takers only, I'm going to give you some really cool bonuses, including the private Rolodex of lead banks that contains the world's top lead banks you should work with right now, and my personal contacts that I've built over the years, putting you in good hands with lead banks you can trust. That's $2,000 value, and I'm giving it to you for free if you're one of the first 7 people to join at igor.cx/ETP. I would also like to give you the passive income machine. With Traffic Automated, there's just one other thing that you need to automate for passive income, and that is converting leads into sales, right? So I show you how to set up your own passive income machine with a one-page site and an email autoresponder, as well as examples of real-world passive income machines in action that you can model. Again, this is yours. It's $3,000 value, but this is yours for free if you become one of the first 7 people to enroll right now at igor.cx/ETP. I've also given you 6 months of free coaching. Okay, you'll get your questions answered as they arise fast by me and the members of my coaching staff and mastermind. You'll get on monthly calls for live Q&A, and we'll coach you through the steps. Okay, this is genuine, real coaching, $6,000 in value, and you get it for free when you go to igor.cx/ETP right now and be one of the first 7 people to sign up. I'm also going to give you my 6-figure affiliate Rolodex. So if you don't know what to promote right now, what converts, then all you have to do is go to this resource, this Rolodex, and I'll tell you which offers made me at least 6 figures this year, which means I did the testing with my own money. So you don't have to do your own testing, meaning you can just promote the products that are proven to convert. This is yours. This is a $2,000 value, and it's yours for free if you're one of the first 7 people to sign up at igor.cx/ETP. I will also give you 12 affiliate email templates. You don't need to learn to write emails for this one. You just need to fill in the blanks. These are proven templates I use every day to promote affiliate offers successfully, and they require zero creativity. I'm just handing you the templates, and you can use them 1 a day, and you can use them in succession. So 1 a day for 12 days, and then start over from scratch. One a day for 12 days and then start over. You don't need to get creative, go through copywriting courses, and yada, yada, yada. So I want to congratulate Mary for becoming one of the first few people who qualifies for these bonuses. Mary, congratulations for being an action taker. And just for doing that, we'll also send you a t-shirt. So make sure to send an email to our support desk, and we'll send you a t-shirt for being the first to jump and to lead the way and to show what it's like to be an action taker. So that's a $2,000 value, and it's yours for free. Also, I'll give you my 12 fill in the blanks lead page templates. These are 4 optimized bridge page templates to promote any affiliate offer or any product of your own, if you have any products, that will increase your click-through rates and watch your conversions soar. I will also give you 7 capture page templates, okay, aka squeeze page templates, to capture email addresses and build your email list right away, and a special 1-page template to create a sense of authority and trustworthiness when running special offers to your email subscribers. These do not require you to have your own website. These do not require you to have your own hosting account or domain name to use these templates. These are 100% drag and drop, user friendly, so you don't need to do any coding or building or uploading any pages or anything like that. You've got unlimited personal use rights for as many offers, funnels, or products as you wish. That's $4,000 value, yours for free when you go to igor.cx/ETP. One of the next 6 people, because we got Mary who already joined, as I'm getting the feed from my team. So if you're one of the next 6 people to join, you're going to get these fast action bonuses. But we're not done yet, because I'm also going to give you something I call 6-figure lead flips. It shows you how to make 6 figures a year flipping leads for profit without selling products of your own, without promoting affiliate products even, and how to get other people to pay you to grow your lead database. So if you're starting out broke, you can actually use this technique to start making money right away without having to spend money. Okay, this strategy is showing you how to generate leads at a profit and without risk. This is really, really powerful because it can make you a lot of money. In fact, I built a whole side business at one point promoting using just this strategy and making 1.6 million a year, 1.8 million a year, even as much as $2 million a year flipping leads. It's very easy. It's a side income that's making me more than lawyers and doctors make after a whole life of non-stop work. This is truly incredible because guess what? There's one evergreen demand on the internet. It's leads. It's like the lifeblood of any business. So if you know how to drive leads, you don't even have to promote products. You can just give your leads to someone else and they will pay you a fee. So you can charge them a little bit more than you're paying for the lead, and bam, you're making money as a middleman or a middlewoman. Now, I've perfected the strategy and it became so easy for me that I became sort of a big deal in the lead flipping community, in the lead flipping industry, and had an article written about me as well. And so you're basically, this is to say you're learning from the best in the business. And I'm going to show you how I get paid up front to generate leads. I'm going to show you how I built an 8-figure lead generation business from a coffee shop. I'm going to show you how 4 easy spots to post to get clients coming to you and begging you to generate leads for them. And remember, this is no phone. You don't need an office for this. You just do it from your laptop or your smartphone. I'll show you how to create your 1-page lead flipping site in 10 minutes, even if you don't have a domain name, you've never built websites before, etc. Okay, that's not a problem at all. I'll show you how to escalate one-time clients to recurring monthly revenue and how to make 6 figures without talking to people on the phone, selling affiliate products, building offers, or living in the rat race. All right, so again, if you don't have the startup capital to start driving traffic for yourself, this is an amazing, amazing, amazing way to earn money by becoming the lead supplier for other people online without having to pick up the phone, because they will be happy to pay you, okay, to generate leads for them. So I also want to congratulate Thomas for qualifying for these fast action bonuses. Thomas, congratulations, you are qualified, right? So if you want to get these, if you want to get the 6-figure lead flips, then you go to igor.cx/ETP right now, okay? Now, I just want to enable something because I'm not always able to look into the chat. Let me see if I can. I've got Lana here with me. Maybe I can give her permissions. All right, cool. Perfect. I'm sorry guys for breaking the flow here. I'm just brand new using this webinar software. Okay, so now is the perfect time. If you have any questions, okay, if you have any questions, now is the perfect time to ask them. And I'm also enabling Lana to be able to see your questions and to reply to you in private in case I miss your question. Okay, so again, those of you who already jumped in, that's awesome. That's perfect. And I see a couple of questions about a payment plan. I will be addressing those in a bit, but I will tell you up front, I do not offer payment plans, okay? But there are solutions out there, so just stick around and we'll discuss those as well. Now, does this work for regular people? You're probably, some of you are maybe thinking, Igor, I get it. Like this seems like a legitimate strategy, but does this work for regular people that are not Igor Kheifets? They're not Marilyn Holmes, right? They're not, the super affiliates of the world. And the answer is yes, it does. Here's Ottilia. She's a nurse. She's originally from Romania, and she used this. She started building a list, and she emailed her list before she got on a plane to go and visit her family back in Europe, and she had a layover in Paris, and she discovered that she made $600 while watching movies on the plane. Now, how many of you would like to make $600 being a lazy ass watching movies on the plane, especially if you're flying business class? Like, I can't tell you how many times I got on a plane and got out of the plane richer than I got on the plane. It's actually a really fun experience to be making money while you're mid-air. It's too crazy to even describe in words. Another client of mine, Lenin Gobert from Ecuador, he built a list of 7,000 people, and he started making an income of $8,000 per month, which means on average he is making over $1 per subscriber per month. We got Chrissy Darrington. She says, Igor changed my life. He helped me launch my affiliate business and build a responsive email list. I've also built a thriving coaching business of my own, helping people. Juan Morales says, in my first year of working with Igor, I made $200,000 and bought my first Maserati. Thank you, Igor, for changing my life. So Juan actually made nearly all of his money doing lead flipping. So what I told you about how you can get other people to have you become their lead generator. So he did just that, and he made $200,000, right? Now, so a couple of questions that I'm seeing that are coming in. First, we still are getting lots of payment plan questions. And like I said, guys, we don't offer a payment plan, but I will address what could be done about that in just a bit. And another question I'm seeing is, how long does it take to recoup my investment using this method? And what are the extra costs after sign up? So just like I explained in the beginning of this training, you want to have at least $300 to start in terms of your expenses for traffic, right? Everything else I'm showing you how to get it either on a free trial or sometimes free, sometimes nearly free, something ridiculous, less than your Netflix membership, okay? And the amount of time that it takes to recoup your investment depends purely on you. I've had students who generated results within the first week, and I'll show you some of them in a bit. I've also had students who took 6 months because they procrastinated. So this varies, and there's no crystal ball for me to tell you without even knowing you. And even if I did know you, let's be honest, I don't even know myself sometimes. So for me to claim I know how long it's going to take you to get results, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm just not willing to be insulting to your intelligence like that. But what I can tell you is that people who implement this go on to create ridiculously large results, and they end up driving tons of traffic. And so then at that point, it's just a matter of, what do you do with the leads? Do you promote affiliate products? Do you create your own product? Do you become a lead flipping expert? I mean, it's really up to you. But again, you'll see the more we go here, I'll be showing you more and more case studies and more results, and you can make the decision for yourself. Now, if you don't understand something, will you get help? Yes, you will. In fact, you're getting 6 months of free coaching, and that means you can get priority email support. You can call our hotline. There's actually a phone number you can call. Yes, we are different from most people, from most companies out there online, and we actually pick up the phone. Believe it or not, you can have like a Zoom session with a representative from my office to walk you through some steps. Like the other day, I had a client from Hawaii. His name is Neil Lolo, and he got stuck about this one step and he threw a fit. And you know how it's frustrating sometimes when you're like stuck on something small, it's not a big deal, but you can't get to the next step unless you fix this step, and it's super annoying. So we helped him out, got on the phone, got on Zoom, shared screens, and got him through this. Very simple, took us like 20 minutes. He was very, very happy. Now, if any of you out there are promoting local businesses, and if you have like local business products, this actually works as well. Now, given that your territory is big enough, for example, if you're like in a big city or near a big city like LA or Chicago, like you can actually use this strategy to drive people your way. Yeah, to your physical store whenever stores, will open up, or maybe you've got like a Shopify store. Like this applies. This works. This works. My goal, my whole shtick, if you will, I help affiliate marketers because that's where my passion is. But if you've got a brick and mortar business, you can use this strategy as well. And remember, this is all about building a list, because your number one job as an affiliate marketer is to what? Come on, say it with me. It's to drive traffic. That's your number one job. And the best traffic you can possibly drive is email traffic, just like Mike Dillard says, just like Neil Patel says. Building your list is the number one priority for you. If you take anything away from this training, is you have to build a list. And the question is, would training with the best list builder in the world maximize your chances? Because and I'm only saying this because other people are saying that. So Matt Basic says that Igor quickly risen to become one of the greatest list builders he ever met. And if you want to dominate in email marketing, then I'm the perfect addition to your team. Devon Brown says, if you're interested in building a big quality list quickly, talk to Igor. He knows more about list building than anyone I know. Ron Douglas says, sees every opportunity to work with Igor. He's one of the top guys in list building. I made $20,000 in 1 week working with him. Craig Ballantyne says, Igor is a machine. He's passionate about what he does. He's relentless and obsessed with success, and not only of his own, but of everyone around him. So that means you. Tom Beal says that Igor is a master of what he does, and no one has the commitment higher to help their clients grow their business. And if you're looking to grow your business, no one is better than Igor to help you do that. Michael Cheney says, Igor is a super big player. He doesn't make a big song dance about it, but trust me, if you want big numbers, talk to Igor. And Dave Sharp says, Igor is one of the few guys who stood the test of time in this industry. To me, that says a lot about the value he adds. And I always feel good sending customers and students his way, etc. So Cameron George, Kialakanai, Ben Settle says, make money online is not easy to make consistently the way Igor does. If you want to learn from someone how to make money in the make money online space, I can't recommend Igor enough. So does mentoring with the world's number one guy for list building help you make more money? Does it maximize your chances? Do you think you're going to get faster results than if you were to try and do something like that on your own? In my opinion, the answer is yes. And again, if you're wondering how will you get help, you'll be able to get in live coaching calls. You got dedicated email support team that actually gets back to you the same day with specific answers, guides, tutorials, step-by-step instructions, and feedback. And you got a supportive community of like-minded advertisers and affiliate marketers to help you along the way. Now, then you want to ask yourself, so if not this traffic method, then what exactly? Because if you're looking at Facebook ads, this is the average price per click. Now, this is, mind you, this is not price per lead, okay? This is not price per lead, this is price per click, which means you're paying on average between $3.77 per click and maybe like $1 something, $1.50, $1.90. Now, how many clicks do you need to generate a lead? Now, that varies, but it's at least 2 to 3. So your lead cost immediately goes up above $6 per lead. I'm showing you a way to get leads for like $1, maybe $1 and change. That's nothing. That's like what other people pay for per click, you'll be paying per lead, right? Now, another question came in just now. Do you give a list of affiliate offers you recommend to send to the email list that we're generating? And how about email follow-ups, since you mentioned that they need to be followed up for 22 days? So yeah, in case you missed it, I actually announced the fast action bonuses just a couple of minutes ago. Maybe you weren't there, maybe you took a bathroom break or something, but I'm giving you fast action bonus, right? So if you're the first one of the first 7 people to join and you don't have much time left, you get the private Rolodex of lead banks, you get the passive income machine, you get the 6 month of free coaching, you get 6-figure affiliate Rolodex, which are the offers that I promote that make me money. And I say, okay, if you don't know what to promote these offers right there. Okay. I'm giving you 12 affiliate email templates, which means you don't need to write emails. You just kind of run these templates one after another, and you just circle them again and again and again and again. So these are proven. You just fill in the blanks about the particular affiliate offer you're promoting. I'm even giving you my landing page templates. So if you don't know, if you want to advertise, if you want to build a list, but you don't have landing pages, I'm giving you 12 landing page templates for maximum conversions. And you don't even need a website or hosting to use them. I'm showing you how to do that without the landing pages. I'm sorry, without the hosting and a website. In addition, I'm also showing you how I make a lot of money using a strategy called lead flipping in order to help me fund anything else that I want to do. So if you don't have a lot of money to get started, this strategy will help you make money without spending money. Again, think about that. You need money to make money. We spoke about that. And as an entrepreneur, you need to take small financial risks, and that's cool. But what if you're stuck in a situation where you're literally like got laid off your work, didn't get your stimulus check yet, and you really need the money for groceries? Can you make money without spending money or with spending very little? And the answer is yes. Some strategies allow you to do that. You won't become a billionaire, but you can start building that budget of an extra $1,000, maybe $1,500 per month, maybe $2,000 per month by doing lead flips on a very small scale. So the other fast action bonuses called 6-figure lead flips is what I'm giving you to help you do that. Make sense? Okay, great. Now another question just came in. Let me just kind of go back to where I was. Another question came in. Is this good for beginners? Because I have never done anything like this before. So Ariella, yes, this is great for beginners, and I'll explain to you why in just 1 second. Okay, we'll get to that in just a second. And then we got another question from Greg, who says he needs to discuss this with his wife, and that won't happen until 2 p.m. So Greg, here's the thing. Either you join and you're one of the first 7 people to join and get the bonuses, the fast action bonuses, and in that case, I will honor that, or you're not. And if you don't join, I can't give you the bonuses because it will not be fair to the other people who took action. So here's what I suggest. Remember, I'm giving you a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you really feel like you want this, but you need approval from your spouse, which is cool, then sign up. And if she does not approve or if he doesn't approve, simply ask for your money back, even if you do it today, because you are protected by not even my guarantees, but by ClickBank guarantee, right? So I can't go against ClickBank. We're processing the payment through ClickBank, and ClickBank has very strict policies. If you ask for a refund and I hold your refund hostage for some reason, you complain to ClickBank, I'm gone. They kick me out. So your money is not secured by me, it's secured by ClickBank and their unconditional policy. So if you need approval from your spouse, but you want that fast action bonus, then go ahead and join. And if she doesn't approve, we'll refund you when she doesn't approve. Now, another question from Richard, is this buying solo ads? No, I specifically said this is not about buying solo ads. Although I am really big in solo ads. If you Google me, you'll find that I'm like a huge solo ad vendor. I sell lots of clicks, but this is not about solo. This is actually how I get traffic to sell solo ads. So you guys are getting like the secret sauce of the secret ingredient of my secret ingredient sauce. You know what I mean? Like this is what I do not share with people who buy my traffic, because if I do, they won't need to buy traffic from me anymore. They'll be able to do this, and they'll be simply, using that to make money. I also would like to congratulate Gary for joining and qualifying for the fast action bonuses. Congratulations, Gary. That's awesome. Okay. Now, somebody asking, is Elite Traffic Pro and Elite Affiliate Pro different programs? Yes. So I'm not sure if Bruce is our existing customer or not, but these are different programs. Elite Affiliate Pro is a program where I teach just how to run affiliate campaigns. Elite Traffic Pro is where I teach traffic. Okay, that's the difference. Now, again, if you're considering your alternatives and you're thinking, okay, maybe I'll drive traffic using Google, look at the prices that you're paying. Cost per click on Google is just tens of dollars per click. And again, you need several clicks to make a lead. Therefore, you're looking at a cost per lead of $100. What I'm suggesting here is a cost per lead of 100 times less than that. Now, would you like to know the secret to how I make super big affiliate commissions with small traffic? Now, give me a yes in the chat. I want to see yeses in the chat. I want to see yeses in the chat, and I'll read out your names. Give me yeses. Okay, Denise, Hyder, Victor, Allison, Martina, Tendani, George, Patrick, Gideon, Ariella, Richard. Okay, more yeses in the chat. You want to know my secret? Like, this is actually something that most people have no clue about, and Marilyn teaches that, but again, most people have no idea. Okay, cool. So I'm getting lots of yeses. So here's the secret to huge affiliate commissions. Here's what you tend to make if you promote low ticket affiliate offers that are sold via sales page or via sales video. You get hundreds of products in various niche markets that require testing and access to relevant traffic. You get low ticket commissions between 20 to 40 bucks per sale. You get low conversions between maybe a percent or maybe 0.5% or even lower sometimes. You need top marketing skill set, and you need lots of content creation skills as well. And because you're competing against everyone else in the marketplace, you're making fewer sales. However, what I do is I tend to promote high ticket affiliate offers that are sold via an automated webinar. And you see, that is way more profitable because first off, you get products within really passionate niche markets with people who buy again and again, because people who attend webinars are action takers. You guys are a great example of that. People who are willing to get on a webinar are much better as far as customers than people who watch a sales video or people who read an email or people who click on a Facebook post, right? So you get better engagement. Then webinars convert better and they pay higher commissions, because on a webinar, if somebody's selling like a $997 product, your commission could be $497 from that. And out of 100 people who attend the webinar, you can walk away with like 10 sales, which is insane. And you also don't need to sell. You don't need to get on the webinar because the webinar does all the selling for you. But webinar, as far as the selling mechanism, is far more effective. Now, the other great part about high-ticket affiliate offers sold via automated webinars is that most of them are by invitation only. You can't just kind of, stumble into one. You have to know people, and that's why there's very little competition as well. So let me show you something that I call money math, and I just want to say, for full transparency, this is just a disclaimer. Everything requires testing. Real-world results may vary, right? So here's a simulation. Again, based on my experience with affiliate marketing. So if you send 200 visitors to a regular affiliate product, something you find on ClickBank, you will probably get maybe 1 or 2 sales, and you make anywhere from 20 to 40 bucks in commissions. So your potential result is between 20 to 40 bucks. Make sense? Okay, good. Now check this out. You send 200 people to an automated webinar affiliate offer, and you get about 40% of people to register for the webinar. That's about 80 people, right? And then you get 30% of people to attend it. Although automated webinars get higher attendance rate, but I'm like taking super conservative numbers. So you get 24 people to attend, okay? Guess what? Between 2 to 3 sales means you're making between $997 to $1,497 in commissions. That's not sales, guys. That's not sales, that's commissions. Okay, that's your commissions, but that's not all, because then you follow up with a replay, usually done automatically on your behalf, And guess what? You make another 2 sales or so on average. So same campaign, same traffic, different product, you're making about 100 times higher income. That is one of the reasons why I'm able to consistently earn so much money with affiliate marketing. Now, why am I sharing this with you? First up, to educate you, but second, to show you that that's how my students generate some pretty ridiculous results. For example, here's Jean-Francois from Quebec, who generated 15,000 in 30 days. 15,000 in 30 days in commissions. That's what he got paid into his bank account. First off, huge round of applause for Jean-Francois. But second, what if I said that he only made roughly 30 affiliate sales in that month? That's actually like not a lot. If you consider that there are like 7 billion people in the world and you got access to the internet, which means you get access to a lot of people, getting 30 sales is not a lot. And he made about what? 5 times more money than an average employee in the United States working from home in Quebec. That's amazing, isn't it? Now for him, it's even more amazing because those are US dollars and he lives in Canada. And so, the exchange rate isn't working in his favor. So the reason I'm sharing this with you is this. I would like to help you make your investment pay for itself really fast, okay? And I want to set you up for success as much as I can. So I'm going to do something I never do, and that is I'm going to give you $897 commission per sale to promote Elite Traffic Pro 2.0. In fact, this very webinar you're on right now, there's an automated version of this webinar, which is not the version you're on right now. You're actually on the live version, okay? So you are able to promote the automated version of this webinar when you join Elite Traffic Pro for 90% commission, which means you'll be making $897 per sale. That's only for the members of the program. This means that one sale almost breaks you even. Almost breaks you even. And 2 sales, you've made a $700 profit on top of your tuition. That's a fast action bonus only. I will only give this to the people who are one of the first 7 people to join. Okay? Thomas is actually writing in the chat. Guys, don't hesitate. Already in, and this stuff is life changing. Now, I also want to congratulate a couple of more people. I want to congratulate Greg Rogers. Congratulations, you're qualified for this bonus. I also would like to congratulate Inusa. You are also from VA, which is, I think, Virginia, right? So you're also qualified for the fast action bonus. Awesome. Now, what is one decent affiliate campaign worth to you? One decent affiliate campaign. What exactly is it worth to you? Well, I don't know about you, but for me and my students, $32,000 in a week. For Nancy here, she made 30 sales, got bumped into 200% commission, so she became a super affiliate literally overnight. $160,000 in commissions over a course of about 8 months or so. For my client, Justin Spencer, it's worth about $4,100 in 4 weeks. For my friend Richard Legg, and for me, $74,000 in commissions in the span of 1 week. Now, what if you're brand new? So somebody asked the question, I don't recall the name. I think it was Ariella. Ariella, are you still here? Still with us? Give me a quick shout out in the chat so I know you're still with us. I'm in, right? Okay. Egbert says I'm in. Awesome. So Ariella, are you still with us? I'm about to answer your question. I want to make sure you're actually in. All right. I'm seeing a yes from Ariella. Okay, great. So what if you're brand new? Here's the thing. I want to give you another bonus. A bonus that, again, I don't give with this membership usually, but for you, I will do it because, first off, because you're with Maryland, and second, because the situation changed, right? The COVID-19 changed everything, so I'm setting you up for success. You see, a while back, I thought to myself, what if I wasn't around and my mother got hit with COVID-19 and her income got cut? Now, the thing you need to know about my mom is that, first off, she's a ex-music teacher, retired, so she's not great with computers, as you can imagine. Then she's Russian, so she doesn't necessarily speak great English, and that's like putting it mildly. And she's also not technical, which means she gets really quickly frustrated and irritated if she needs to do like any sort of technical work. I don't know if any of you have mothers like that. So that's my mom. So I asked myself, what if I wasn't around and I had to leave something behind and I had to make sure this works for my mom to help her make money? And that is how I ended up creating the 301k challenge, which takes one step per day, 30 minutes per day, and it's super step by step for people who are brand new to affiliate marketing. I've just created it last month actually, and the feedback we're getting from clients is just completely insane. Because what I do is I show you how to find high converting affiliate offers that are hidden in plain sight. I help you getting approved for promoting affiliate offers, even if you're brand new and you got no street cred. I help you set up your email autoresponder automations. I help you set up your lead capture page template, right? So I'm actually giving you a template and I'm walking you through exactly how to set it up. Then I'm doing the same thing for a bridge page. Now, do any of you know what a bridge page is? I'm just curious. Give me a quick yes, no in the chat. Do you know what a bridge page is? Oh, wow, so we're divided. we got a bunch of yeses and a bunch of nos. So a bridge page is a page that you show someone right after they opt into your email list, where you promote the affiliate offer. So your typical affiliate funnel should have 3 pages: capture page, bridge page, which is a page immediately after they have given you their email address, and of course, the actual affiliate link. Okay, this way you're building a list and you're promoting your affiliate offer at the same time, positioning yourself to make money as fast as possible. So I'm giving you a bridge page template and showing you how to set that up as well. And I'm also showing you a secret traffic source if your budget is less than $150, and another secret traffic source if your budget is over $150. And so I'm doing it all step by step in the form of like follow along, which means we start together and we build an entire campaign together. You know, kind of like bad boys for life. We fly together, we die together, bad boys for life. So I'm basically taking the bad boys approach to affiliate marketing and list building, and I'm showing you from scratch how to get into this. Again, this is incredibly important because if you're brand new into affiliate marketing, it's kind of like, you know, and you don't go through something like this first, it's kind of like sending you into battle. Imagine it's World War II, and you know they sent you into battle without going through at least basic, basic training. They didn't teach you how to shoot. They didn't teach you anything. Now, what are your chances of getting killed? Probably higher than if you were to go through some training. And that is why I'm putting you on this roadmap with checkpoints. It's like, okay, model me here, model me here. I'm not even asking you to get creative. I'm just saying, okay, model after me. I'm not asking you to go and do it. I'm just saying, okay, do after me. Kind of like a Lego. Anyone here a Lego fan? My daughter is a huge fan of Legos. So I think one of the reasons why she is a huge fan of Legos is because as long as she follows with the guide, because every Lego comes with this little booklet, right, that tells you exactly where to put the pieces. As long as you follow the pieces, follow the guideline to the pieces, you put together some amazing stuff. And then once you put it together, you're like, wow, I had no idea I can pull something like that off. So this is exactly the same concept, only applied to affiliate marketing and list building. So Frank, for example, got his first commission right away. Same for Kyle, who didn't realize it was just a few tricks. He was just a few tricks away from his first commission. Same thing for Gardy, same thing for David, who built a list of 172 people and made 4 sales literally in 1 day. Look, it's a checklist. This is a checklist approach to affiliate marketing and list building. This is not a creativity approach. This is not the kind of approach that requires you to do lots of thinking and research on your own. Okay, makes sense? Now, if you're doing this with a partner or a spouse, then I would like to give you another fast action bonus. Again, only to the people who are the first 7 to act. All right? You get a second set of login details, so you can share it with your business partner or spouse, which means you can actually pay half for this. Meaning if you have a business partner, you can share the costs with them. You can give them a second login and you can make half of your money back. How about that? Or if you're doing this with your spouse and you want to maybe maximize your chances, maybe you want to do a campaign and they want to do a campaign. Maybe you want to go through this and they want to go through this together. Then, again, same thing. You can give them the second login and use it, because otherwise we track logins, we track IPs, and we only allow one IP address, one computer, one device per membership. So you can't just give this stuff away. You'll get locked out and we will revoke your access. Okay, we have zero tolerance for piracy. Okay, so Ola Boda asks, I am brand new here. I want to know if I will be able to make effective use of this offer for Elite Traffic Pro 2.0. Yes, you will be able to make effective use for Elite Traffic Pro 2.0. Again, I'm not entirely sure exactly what that means, but if you're asking whether you can use this approach to promote Elite Traffic Pro as an affiliate, yes, you can. You can also build your list and then promote Elite Traffic Pro on the back end to your list. You can pretty much do whatever you want. If you have a list, all about it, if you build a list, you are on the right track. That's what I want to say. People who are making money online right now, you go survey them, over half of the survey respondents will tell you they're building a list. One of the most common ways that people successfully and consistently make money online is by building an email list. That does not change, and it will only get more so as we go along. You know why? Because with the COVID-19 situation, the more the world becomes remote, the more we will rely on email to continue to communicate. That is very important for you to understand. What we're seeing right now is the world is changing, but it's changing for the people who still haven't caught up with the digital revolution. People who understand that the world is digital now and use email marketing to market products, these people stand to profit more. Since the start of the COVID-19 quarantine, I did not start making less money. I only started making more money. We've seen a spike because more and more people are now checking their emails. My email open rates actually went up, believe it or not. I find myself seeing higher results as a result of what's going on in the world right now. So if you want to make good passive income, if you want to secure long-term results for yourself, you need to build a list. And you know what? Even if you don't build a list using this exact strategy, fine. Do it with some other strategy, but build a list. If you take anything away from this training, guys, you have to build a list. You have to be clear about that. Because otherwise, what exactly are your other options? Like what? Do you go back to school or something? By the way, we do have, I think, one more spot for the fast action bonuses. So, if you're still on the fence, this is the time. This is the time when, if you want these all fast action bonuses that I said, the 60-second lead pages, the 301k challenge, the fast track to affiliate marketing, my templates, my email templates, and my Rolodex of offers, Rolodex of lead banks. If you want this stuff, this is the time. You need to go to igor.cx/ETP right now. Do whatever you have to. Go there right now and sign up. Because if you don't, someone else will take your spot and you will miss out on the fast action bonuses. Okay, well, I think we've had 6 people enroll, so I promise 7 fast action bonus spots. So you better go in right now. So again, what is your other option? So maybe you should go to school. If so, you'll be spending $37,000 and about 48 years of your life for what exactly? To qualify for $48,000 a year hamster rule, which is the average college graduate income. I actually make 3 times that. 3 times that, actually 4 times that in 30 days. That does not make sense to me. Going back to school does not make sense to me. I showed this technique to Justin Tillman, a client of mine who used to work for AT&T. He's now paid off his home in full, although he used to struggle with his mortgage, and traveled 12 countries in 12 months. Now tell me, if the definition of freedom is not being able to walk away from your day job, pay off your house, get rid of your mortgage, and travel to 12 countries in 12 months while doing so, then what is freedom? That is freedom. So I got a question from Richard. Richard says, Marilyn does not recommend giving stuff away for free to build a list. What are your thoughts? So I agree and disagree at the same time because I believe in context. So there are some offers that I've got where I do not offer anything for free. In fact, the offer itself is a capture page with kind of like what Marilyn does with a question, right? Asking a question and then having them opt in for the answer. I think that's a brilliant approach. I think Marilyn has really tapped into something pretty cool, pretty amazing. And this is an approach that you can use with lead banks. You can actually use the capture pages Marilyn gave you in order to drive traffic with lead banks. So that's great. Now, I also have another approach, an approach that's a little bit different where I give away a free thing, but I give away a free thing that talks about or helps solve a problem that only a buyer that I know will buy has. Meaning I don't waste time giving stuff away for free to people who I know just came in for the free stuff. I give away free stuff around the things that my buyers think about because I've done my market research. So that is my approach. And I show that, I explain that actually in the 60-second lead pages as well and show you how to tap into that. So this way, I'm calling out the buyers out of the general crowd. And remember, I'm only paying for the leads that convert. I'm only paying for genuine, interested, responsive leads. I don't pay for duds. I don't pay for fake traffic. I don't pay for leads that never open their emails. I only pay for quality stuff. Cool. Bruce asks, trouble is ClickBank adds European VAT at 22% to purchase. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's bad. You know what? Lana, maybe you can send Bruce a PayPal link so he doesn't have to pay VAT because we're located in Canada. So if you pay us and we're in Canada, you actually don't have to pay European VAT. So Bruce, if you're interested in that, then please type in the chat and Lana will send you a link in the private to pay using PayPal. So you actually don't have to pay that VAT. I guess that can solve it. Again, Bruce, if you're still on the call, I don't know if you're still on the call because I'm being fed these questions by Lana as they come in, and I don't always reply to them right away. Sometimes I need to get through something before I do. Right, so Richard says, my biggest fear is lead banks is another name for something like retargeting or something I already know about. Well, Richard, if this is something you already know about, then just buy it, check it out. If you don't feel this is something new or something valuable, refund it. Again, you are protected by the ClickBank money back guarantee. So I can't, even if I wanted, which of course I wouldn't, but I can't hold your money hostage. So that's it. I mean, at this point, if you want my bonus, by the way, my bonuses, the ones I'm giving you for the fast action taking, those are not available anywhere else, just so we're clear, guys. My templates, my emails, all that stuff, that's proprietary stuff. You can't get it anywhere else. No one else can teach you this. That's purely mine and purely exclusive. So that stuff is exclusive, exclusivo, so to speak. Just something to think about. Now, we also have trillions in student loan debt, trillions, and that's another bubble that may explode on us. But the thing that I most hate about student loans and diplomas and stuff is that if it doesn't work out, okay, if it doesn't work out, then you can't put it back. Meaning that if you go out there and you get a diploma for be like, I don't know, a doctor or something like that, and you can't find a good job, you can't return your certificate. So, I mean, what's the point? You're taking a huge risk, both with your time and your money. Unlike here, where you don't take a risk because you're protected, and at the same time, you're getting amazing results. Because just like my client Nelio says, I've almost given up. I was stuck and not sure what to do. When I started with Igor, he told me exactly how to launch my traffic campaign. It went so well, I've brought in 1,000 sales in just 72 hours. This is amazing. Now, the other thing about degrees in school and diplomas and stuff like that is that your degree will be irrelevant in a few years. Because over the course of your life, at this economy, we're now switching jobs on average between 5 and 7 times. So even if you're thinking about getting another profession, which still will set you back at least $20,000, you're still, may not be at the same profession in 5 years. For example, here's my client Livio from Moldova, okay, from a European country, Moldova, and he had 2 jobs. One of them was a DJ, but he ended up making his living after he built a 15,000 people list that turned into a nice side income, as he put it, and he was able to pay for their first family vacation to France, as he promised his wife and his 2 daughters. Now, what about franchising? What if you decided to go into franchising, maybe buy a business? Again, you're still looking at $50,000 to $75,000 for a $60,000 a year hamster wheel. I make more than that in 1 week. Franchisees make that in a year of grueling hard work daily. I make that in 1 week of sending out emails. Which one would you rather have? Not to mention that according to lawyers.com, you will not get the feedback under any circumstance ever. Thomas wrote, actually, it's 25% VAT in Denmark, so it cost me $13.30 for this purchase. Thomas, I'm really sorry about that. First off, I commend you and compliment you for taking action in spite of the VAT, but I'm pretty sure you can get back the VAT. If you contact your tax authorities, I'm pretty sure you can file for a VAT refund, because I think ClickBank is registered in the USA, which means kind of like when you, as a tourist, fly into USA and do some shopping here and then get your VAT back on your way out. I think you can do the same thing. So if we compare the 3 options, franchising, college, and a new profession, all these options make no sense whatsoever, and compared to having an email list and promoting affiliate offers, because your startup costs are under $1,000, right? So you enroll into the program for $987, which is you paying for your tuition, like your college tuition, if you will. But your startup costs are about $300. You get a 30-day money back guarantee. So if it doesn't work, you get your money back. You lost nothing. Operational cost is $300. You work from home or from coffee shops. You relax or travel the world. You take as many days off or as little or as few days off as you want. Maybe you're a workaholic. You never trade your hours for dollars again. You work smart by leveraging the efforts of others. You afford your dream lifestyle. And if you want to make more money, you turn up the knob. If you want to make more money, set up a new income stream, set up a new campaign. If you want to make more money, increase the traffic amount that you want to be flowing. Because when it comes to making money online, it's very simple. You want to make more money, there's a very simple formula. First off, you get more customers. That's number 1. Second, you get those customers to spend more money per transaction. Third, you get those customers to have more transactions with you. So there you go. By getting more customers through traffic, you're getting more customers. By having a list, you now have your customers transacting with you multiple times. So it's very simple. It's cause and effect. So I really should charge you 50 grand for Elite Traffic Pro 2.0, and you'd still be ripping me off compared to all the other options we just discussed. But obviously I'm not going to do that. There's no need to do that, because first off, I'm already making money. I don't need you to give me $1,000 for me to be rich. But second, I don't do it for that. I don't do it to make a 50 grand. I actually do it for this. My client Paul Dunstan from the UK, who was a boarding school teacher. He actually used to live in the school that he would teach in. He says, I've tried several coaching programs before Igor's, and often the so-called coaches completely ignored me after I gave them their outrageous fees, or would just pass me off to someone else on their team. Igor actually took the time to help me. Now I work out of my kid's playroom. That's the dedication me and my team bring to the table. We are actually spending a lot of money to create this experience for you, because we want to create more success stories. And I'll explain to you a little bit later why I'm so passionate about creating success stories. First, imagine you landed in JFK, in the John F. Kennedy Airport in New York. Again, I know that right now you can travel anywhere, the borders are closed, etc. But imagine you landed in JFK, you've got this important meeting. So you rent a car and you ask for directions with a nice guy at the counter. You get directions and he even gives you a map. And what you do is you get in the car and you start driving and you get lost. And then you remember, okay, what I need to do is I need to stay persistent, because success for you is closer than you think. Just keep working hard by believing in yourself, blah, 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 blah. You know how these quotes, these motivational quotes tell you not to quit, to stay persistent. So you stay persistent, then you continue to drive around in circles and you remind yourself, I need to be positive, I need to be positive, I need to be positive, I need to stay my course, until you realize that you've got the map of New Jersey and not the map of New York. All of a sudden you're realizing you're following the wrong map. So in this case, you need to stop persisting with persistence, because rowing harder doesn't help if the boat is headed in the wrong direction. So if whatever you're doing right now isn't working, you got to stop persisting with that. You need to start moving in the different direction. That's why I'm giving you everything here. All the checklists, all the tools, all the blueprints, including 301k challenge, so you can get started with the right foundation and get your very first affiliate win right away. Now, look, what I'm saying is this. I'm saying you can do it on your own eventually. You can, you truly can. What I gave you so far on this call already sets you up for success to get results on your own. But here's what it looks like if you do it on your own. This is what it looked like for me. This is what it looked like for Marilyn when he figured his stuff out, right? The arrow on the left is how it may look like if you let someone who's been through the journey help you. So what I'm saying is you can do it on your own eventually, but is that a smart decision? Because you don't know what you don't know. My client Miles Seeger says, if it wasn't for you, Igor, I wouldn't be making money online right now. He's actually shooting this photo out of a BMW i8 that he won. You know how? He didn't pay for it. He won it in an affiliate competition, which means not only he ranked the highest in the affiliate competition, and he made money obviously from that affiliate competition, but he also won the car. So he got paid and he got the free car on top of the commissions. Can you believe it? This is nuts. And it's not any car, it's a BMW i8. Look, you just don't know what you don't know. When I was working as a security guard in that little shed right there at a chemical facility that was producing, these pesticide chemicals that you would sprinkle on vegetables and stuff out there in the fields, and we would ship them to Brazil and Argentina, I was trying to build my blog. I was doing it wrong for years. I did not know which offers to promote. I chose the wrong offers to promote. I chose the wrong traffic sources. I was working, don't get me wrong, I was hardworking, and I'm sure that most of you on this call right now are hardworking people. In fact, the fact that you are on this webinar tells me that you are hardworking. But what if you're working hard using a strategy that just doesn't work? And what if, just like for me, one day you switch to the correct strategy and you start building a list, and as a result, your life changes? For me, that's exactly what happened. I started building my list and my life literally changed overnight. All of a sudden, I find myself being able to hold, wads of cash in my hand. You can see that actually that it's my hand right there on the right-hand bottom side, because you see that little mark on my arm, the blue mark? I do it so I don't forget things. So whenever I need to remember something, I will just put a little X on my hand. So if I look at it, I'll remember. I used to work in Israel at that coffee shop. It's called the Tammuz Coffee Shop. As soon as I started making money with my list, I was able to finally get the confidence to have a baby. So my daughter Erica was born. Bought myself a brand new car, cash. Actually, a couple of them. Proposed to my fiance. Proposed to my girlfriend, who became my fiance, who then became my wife and the mother of my kid. For me, making all that money was great, but it's really about the time, not the money. Because the average life expectancy right now is 912 months. Now, of course, that changes if you contract the coronavirus and you had diabetes in the past or something. But in general, on average, we're talking about 912 months. And each square on this image represents 1 month of your life. This is how much time you've lived if you've already turned 40. Now I'm 31, so I'm close. But if you lived until 40, you've got this much left. That's not a lot of time. And you also want to deduct the time it takes you to sleep and to have toilet breaks. So that's the reality of how much time you've got. Not only to live, but to accomplish everything you wanted to accomplish and to also figure out a way how to make money. So the question is, how much time do you have left to make a difference in your life? How much time do you have left to make a difference in the lives of your friends, in the lives of your relatives, in the lives of your parents, or in the lives of your kids? I got 2 kids, a 7-year-old and a 1-year-old. I want to make a difference in their lives. I want to go and I want to know that I'm leaving them with a mini empire that will allow them to choose what they want to do in life, not because they have to do it for the money, but because they just want to do it, because it makes them feel great and it makes them feel free. I had to choose things because I needed the money. And that never went away. I don't know about you, but even after I succeeded, even after I made my first million online, after the age of 25, and up until today, when I'm 31, I'm still thinking like a poor person sometimes. I'm still afraid that I'm going to wake up one day and they're going to take it all away. I still, sometimes check my bank balance in fear that I'm going to log in, it's going to show like frozen or empty or something, because I remember exactly what it's like to have my credit card taken from me. I remember exactly what it's like to get rejection letters in the mail. I remember exactly what it's like to beg my friends to loan me a little bit of money so I can finally get this business going. I know exactly what it's like. So for me, traffic makes me money. Money gives me control, and control gives me time. And time is what it's all about. Just like it is for my client and friend KJ Mays, who actually worked construction, and he would go away for 2 weeks at a time. He lives in Nottingham in the UK, and he would go away all around England and be on job sites for 2 weeks at a time while his wife Megan stayed home with his boys William and George. Can you imagine what it's like for a wife to stay home with 2 toddlers, not 1, 2? And those are boys, right? So any of you have kids, you know that boys are more difficult than girls. They're like always trying to mess something up and they're trying to break something. So he was able to not only walk away from his stupid job that he wasn't passionate about anyway, but he was also able to start working from home and make so much money that he was able to put down a down payment on a brand new family home using 100% commission money that he earned online. In fact, he was making money both with the commissions and by flipping leads at the same time. So he got it both down. Point being is that he built the list, created an income, and walked away from his job. So this is actually why I'm so passionate about teaching my strategies to other people. I know you're probably wondering, Igor, why would you teach something like that? Right? Why would you teach something like that if it jeopardizes your own income? It doesn't. It doesn't. There's no competition if I've got a list. My list is my list. Your list is your list. My people are members of my, if you want to call it tribe. So I stand out for them. Same thing for you. You build a list, you'll stand out for your people. And that's the most important part. Now, another concern that I've always had when I was building my business, and to this day I still have it sometimes, that is, if you invest in yourself, if you put your own success first, are you being selfish? Because that's really a concern, right? Well, the thing about that is, I want you to meet my mom, Evgenia Kafetz. I already introduced her a little bit, but let's put a face to the name. And one time when I was still like newbie, and I wanted to buy a new computer for myself, a new laptop that cost $1,200 because I needed it to render videos and to really grow my business. She approached me one day and she said that she needed money for bills because that month dad hasn't worked and they were behind and there was some credit card debt. So she wanted me to give her $600. Now I was saving up money for 6 months, and if I were to give her that money, it would set me back for another 6 months at least, and I would have to delay my success. And having grown up in a Jewish family with a Jewish mom, there's a lot of guilt kind of weaved into upbringing, And whenever my mom asked for anything, I would usually say yes. But this time, I said no. I made a selfish decision. I said, Mom, no, I can't do it. I need to buy that laptop. You'll have to figure things out without me. And I went out and I bought this Lenovo laptop for 1,200 US dollars. I know right now it probably would cost a lot less, but back then in Israel, that's how computers would cost. And I used it to build my business. Now, my mom, she was like livid. She says, I raised you better than that, Igor. I can't believe it. My own son basically spit in my face, blah, 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 blah. So naturally, that made me feel like a piece of crap and made me feel like I betrayed my family. But I stuck to it. Deep down, I knew that, look, I have to build my business. And once I build my business, I'll help my family and they'll understand. And I continued. Eventually, I started making money. It took a while. Don't get me wrong. It took a while, but my first full-time, a check, if you will, or full-time income I've made with that Lenovo laptop. Bought my first brand spanking new car. Was able to propose to my girlfriend. We started a family. But what about my mom? Well, for my mom, eventually, a couple of years down the road, I bought her a condo. That window right there on the left, I know it's a bad image. It's an image from Google Earth, and I took it because I'm not in Israel right now. I moved to Canada, and my mom is still in Israel. So I could have asked her to take a picture of the building, but that would have been a problem. So I found an image on Google Earth, and I basically bought her this apartment cash, cost $150,000, and gave her the money necessary to renovate it up to her liking, and that's another 30 grand. So she's happy, and now she understands. So what I learned with that experience is that you can't help people being less successful. You just can't. You can't. If you're unsuccessful, you cannot help people because that requires money. So by not acting, by not succeeding, by not making more money, by not becoming more self-sufficient, you are being selfish. Because if you succeed, then you can help others, kind of like putting your own oxygen mask first. If you don't, you pass out. You can't help anyone. So after I put my own oxygen mask, here's what I've done. I bought my mom the condo I told you about. I bought 2 cars for my mom and my dad, one after another. Used cars, don't get me wrong, but still, I'm paying their monthly payments on the cars. I paid off their $78,000 loan that they accumulated over a course of living in Israel for about 13 years. And just this is like pay the bills loans. My parents were really bad at managing money. I put my daughter in a private school. I obviously moved to Canada, to Toronto, which is the 4th most expensive city in the world right now. I hired a nanny and a housekeeper to help around the house to preserve the quality of life and passion in my marriage. By the way, that really works. I bought an investment property without a mortgage that my kids will inherit debt-free. I paid off my brother's debt, plus gave him a stable source of income for 5 years. And I raised people in my hometown in Israel by creating jobs. Plus, I paid off my mother-in-law's dental work that she couldn't otherwise get done because she doesn't have insurance, and attracted quality students around the world who created a ripple effect with their own success. So this is all to say that money is not the root of all evil. It's an intent multiplier. If you're a good person, you'll do more good. If you're a bad person, you'll do more bad. As simple as that. So if you're a good person, you need money to do more good. It's essential. It's like the oxygen that makes the fire burn. Money drives everything in this world. And the funny part is that for every one of us, money and success is located outside of our comfort zone, but comfort zone is where we tend to cling. But what I'm doing here right now is I'm saying, look, you're in that yellow circle right now. You are in your comfort zone. Great. There's also the danger zone where you get too far out of your comfort zone, right? It's the zone where you're making mistakes, when you're losing money, when you sometimes even jeopardizing your well-being. What I'm saying is, don't go into the danger zone, but also don't stay in the comfort zone, because in the comfort zone, nothing changes. Instead, come out a little bit into the optimal performance zone. Let me give you the tools, the knowledge, and the support you need. Kind of like when you were little, they sent you to school and they started teaching you math and language and spelling. Same thing exactly. I'll be treating you like a first grader, teaching you all the basics and then showing you the advanced stuff. And doing it in a safe environment where the risks are manageable. That's what this is all about. This is not about throwing you into the sharks of the internet, which you've probably already seen what can happen and how much money you can lose and how much time you can lose. This is all about putting you in that optimal performance. It actually reminds me of that old joke about two fetuses that are just about to be delivered in the womb. And now there's an opening, right? And they see the light and they see even the hand that comes in, right? So one of them says, hey, should we go? Because it seems exciting. You know, one of them is like really excited. And the other one says, no, we should not go. Anyone who ever went out there never made it back. What these fetuses don't realize is that step forward, that getting out of the womb, is an important step for growth. It's important. And while it seems like a leap of faith, what it really is just a training wheels bike ride. That's what it is. Lots of support, guided in a very specific direction for optimum results. And this is some of the most common things that I hear from my students, especially the ones who are like succeeding to the big level, like David Dekel here, is that they come across my stuff and then they don't act. They don't believe what I say for whatever reason. Maybe my voice is bad, or maybe it's my Russian upbringing because Russians have a better reputation for being scammers, or maybe it's because my slides weren't pretty enough, or maybe because they were just skeptical for their own reasons. And then they continue to struggle for like a year or 2 years, kind of like David. And then they come back in a year or 2 years or 3, and they're like still seeing me, still doing my thing, and now richer than before with more success stories. They're like, damn it, I should have joined. And they hop in and they succeed. That's a very common experience. Sometimes people need to see it for themselves. So if you choose to let this chance slip today, fine. But trust me, I'll be seeing you in a year, and you're not going to be able to join at these terms. You'll probably end up paying more money. Because look, for David, he approached me for the first time. He wanted me to privately coach him. I said, look, it's going to be $5,000. He said, no, that's too expensive. I don't think it's worth it. I said, okay, fine. Exactly a year later, he messaged me on Skype, and he said, look, I'm sorry for arguing with you last time. I'm ready to come in. Like, get me in. Here's $5,000. I said, well, no. Well, $5,000 was a price for 1 year ago. Now it's 8. So he paid me 5 up front, got me 3 the next month. But look at the results now. Now he makes $3,000 in a single day. He bought himself a Lexus just now, making big commissions, sometimes making as much as $122,000 Canadian. So it's about what, 90,000 US per month. In sales, affiliate commissions, etc. Do you think he's happy he paid me 8 grand? Yeah, I think he's pretty happy. What I'm saying is this: the only way you can lose, is by staying where you are right now. It's by staying where you are right freaking now. If you don't do something to change your situation, it will not change. Just like it happened for my brother Oleg. He works in a bakery. He's an older brother. He's older than me by 9.5 years. Here's a head-to-head comparison between me and him, my life and his life. He's 41 and married plus 3. I'm 31 and married plus 2. Great. He wakes up at 3:30 a.m. I wake up at 7:50 a.m. He leaves home before kids and wife wake up. I eat breakfast with my entire family. If we're lucky, the 1-year-old is still asleep, so it's me, my wife Anastasia, and my daughter Erica. Because my wife, she really hates it when somebody gets in the way of the morning coffee. Then my brother starts working and continues to work until 7 p.m. and has one 60-minute break in between. I have 3 espresso breaks, and I work from 9:30 a.m. until 1:30 p.m. out of a coffee shop or sometimes out of my home. Again, depends on whether the coronavirus, shuts down the coffee shop. So I actually haven't visited the coffee shop in quite a while now. So he makes 5,000 a month. I make 150,000 a month. He's 50 grand in debt. I have no debt. He's got no savings. I got $500,000 in assets and savings. So one of us is smart and works smart and is rich. The other one is really hard working, also smart, but is really hard working, works really hard, and is broke. Question is, who would you like to be? Would you rather be like me, or would you rather be like my brother? And before you judge me and you say, Igor, why are you being such a douchebag to your brother? Know this. I have done things for my brother, such as gave him a $2,200 per month allowance for 2 years because I wanted to help him climb out of debt. Gave him a job in my online business where he was making $2,000 per month while working 15 hours a week, while still working full-time in the bakery where he was making $3,500, working 10 hours a day. I helped him start a lead flipping business that was making him between 2 and 5 grand per month for 2 years, which eventually he screwed up, and gave him free access to all of my coaching programs and encouraged him to ask questions, which, guess what, he never did. You know what was my number one mistake with my brother? I never forced him to have skin in the game. I just gave him stuff. I gave him money, I gave him training. I never forced him to have skin in the game, ever. And that was a huge problem because all of my successful students, they all had huge skin in the game. Some of my most successful students actually paid me the most money. And just like Warren Buffett says, to be successful in business and investing, you've got to have skin in the game, a stake in the company. Unless you got skin in the game, there's no game. So I don't give away my stuff for free for that very reason. If you don't have skin in the game, there's no game, period. So if you wondered, okay, Igor, why do you charge people money? Why don't you teach this stuff for free? Because whatever you give away for free, people don't value. They got no skin in the game, and they don't take action, and they don't get results. This is for me all about results. I don't know about you, because when I was 18, I was out late at night with friends, and I got mugged. And that was the most humiliating experience of my life. And it was humiliating because I've seen two kids that were actually younger than me and smaller than me take away something that belonged to me and walked away unpunished. And rather than getting justice for that, I let them walk away. Now that was on me. I was paralyzed by fear. I never experienced a situation like that before. I did not know how to react. But later that night, I started asking questions. And the question was, why? It doesn't make sense. Because I was brought up thinking that if I behave and I get good grades and I pay my taxes and I be a good boy, the authorities are supposed to take care of me and I will have a good life. But that wasn't the case, was it? In fact, everybody lied. The politicians, they lie every day. I don't believe a single word the politicians are saying. Not even the nicest politicians like Justin Trudeau of Canada. Don't believe a word politicians are saying. They're all wearing masks. That boss that promised you a raise, he lied. The authorities, they lied. The guy who said he's getting you the best possible deal on that Lexus, he lied to you. He's pulling one over you. He's somewhere in some way he is taking you for a ride. He's just not telling you exactly how. You don't see it. That guru that said, I'm going to make your life perfect, I'm going to give you eternal bliss, I'm going to make everything perfect and make all your problems go away, that guru lied as well. And you know it. I mean, you've been through this yourself your entire life. You could find a ton of proof. Any reasonable person who looks at the world with a realistic outlook, or just being factual, you'll find the proof that everybody lied. But the problem is you and me bought into it. We thought that they're telling the truth, but they didn't. So the question is, how much longer are you going to allow them to keep winning by being broke with your time and your money? How much longer are you going to let them keep winning? Because for as long as you don't make a lot of money and have lots of free time, you are dependent on them. You have no control. You have no choice but to depend on them and live in their world and play their game. If you make a lot of money, you make your own rules. You don't break the law, but you make your own rules. And these rules stop applying to you because you can buy your way out of problems. And it's not just that too. It's not just that, it's not like money is going to buy you happiness. Like if you're an unhappy person, money is not going to make you happier, but it buys you something else. In fact, we all have a magic number. I don't know if you ever thought about your magic number. For me, the magic number comes down to about $11,000 per month. Between rent, bills, 2 cars, gas, insurance, probably gas is now a little bit lower than that because gas prices are really down. Insurance, private school for my daughter, groceries, fun, vacation budget, unexpected stuff, the nanny salary, some small stuff that adds up without you even noticing. That's $11,000 per month. That's my magic number. If I'm making at least that, I'm happy. But I know how I'm making that. I know exactly how to make $11,000 in 1 month, predictably, at will. What about you? Where is your magic number coming from? How are you going to hit your magic number? And if and when you hit that number, were you able to enjoy your life in the process? That's a big question. So money does not buy you happiness, but it buys you comfort, quality, convenience, security, health, and confidence in the future. And that's really, really, really important. Without it, life is really miserable. Now, for some of you, of course, it's not an argument about whether money is important or not. You realize money is important. I mean, you're reasonable, right? But it's a matter of, look, I'm brand new to this. I don't know where the hell am I supposed to start. And I've seen it play out in real life. This is my friend Cabral. I will try to pronounce his last name, but please forgive me, Cabral, if I butcher it. I think it's Gebertansia or Gebertan. See, I butchered it. Anyway, he's a buddy of mine, a real estate investor in the States, and he always wanted to teach other people how to invest in real estate, but he never knew how. He never knew how to teach and how to package it. And we spoke to him. He's seen what I do because I'm able to teach what I do. And he spoke to me about this whole stuff for like, I don't know, 2 years, but he would never launch the idea. He would be a typical entrepreneur, right? He would be talking about these dreams and never do anything with those dreams. Maybe you know someone in your life who's like that. And then I started thinking, Cabral is actually an action taker when it comes to relationships, when it comes to real estate investing, when it comes to dieting, but he's like not an action taker in this one area of his life. Why? And I figured it out. He was a master procrastinator because he did not have a step-by-step plan to follow. And the moment I gave him the step-by-step plan to follow, he was able to start recording his program, and he's actually shooting his real estate product, his real estate course as we speak. In fact, I'm getting on with him tomorrow to check how he's doing. He's learning about how to teach people, how to record all of this, etc. Now, this is unrelated to Elite Traffic Pro 2.0, although he will use that strategy when he needs to drive traffic. But what I'm saying is, if only you had a roadmap, wouldn't it make it easier? Because that's exactly what I'm doing here. I'm giving you a roadmap. I've been to the other side of the island and back, and I want you to take this path with me, the safe path. If you want to take this path, you need to go to igor.cx/ETP. Because Frank did it and he's made his first commission, Gardy did it, Kyle did it, Mark did it, FEMA did it. All of this stuff, like, this is not magic. This is cause and effect. Everything we do has cause and effect. Every single success story that I showed today has cause and effect. That's why I was able to help people duplicate these results over and over again. That's why many of my students are consistent with their results. Cause and effect. This is a very systematic way of getting lots of quality leads that leads to lots of sales. Now remember these fads like the Furby and the Tamagotchi and the spinner, the Rubik's Cube, like people who used to kind of sell that, they made money briefly, right? But they kind of stop. So we don't want that. We want money consistently. We want to make money like McDonald's and Starbucks and Microsoft and Pampers and Amazon, right? We want to be super consistent. And what do you think is the difference between this and this? Why do these companies make a little bit of money and stop, and these companies continue to make a lot? I'll tell you what. It's the checklist. These are checklist businesses. In fact, McDonald's reported that their most profitable franchises are operated by farmers. You know why? Because farmers are the best people in the world to follow a checklist. Because that's how you run a farm. You run a farm with a checklist. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm giving you a checklist here. It's a big checklist for sure, a very detailed checklist for sure, with lots of tools, lots of templates. It's a checklist. If you want my checklist, go to igor.cx/ETP right now, grab it. Remember, you're protected with ClickBank's money back guarantee, which means no matter what, even if you just want to do it just to annoy me for whatever reason, right? You can go in, check it out. If it doesn't fit your expectations, or if you don't like it, or if you whatever, you can go back on your decision. You don't have to commit right away. I'm certain you will want to commit. I know you will. I've seen people commit before. But again, if you're skeptical or afraid, look, you can come in, take a look, don't like it, leave. But show me you're serious. Show me you got skin in the game. I don't want you doing any guesswork whatsoever. I want everything to be predictable for you. Now, again, I want to discuss consistent money making. It's really important. To make money consistently, you need an audience. And here's the best proof of that, the best. Queen. Any Queen fans in the house? Okay, I'm seeing a few. So I'm a big Queen fan. So is my best friend Dennis, and many of the people I hang out with. Maybe it's because we're old, we're over 30, but Queen is amazing. And after all these years, even after Freddie Mercury died, Queen continues to sell out their concerts. Now, Freddie Mercury was really the big star, right? He was what made the band tick. And without him, they even went off, like they went offline for a long time. But having an audience feeds you for years, because now they replaced Freddie Mercury with this guy, Adam Lambert. Do you think that affected sales? No. Their concert tickets sell out a year in advance. Why? Because of an audience. If you have an audience that knows you, likes you, and trusts you, you will never be broke. That's why Starbucks is surviving the coronavirus outbreak so well, while other coffee shops and cafes are struggling. That's why McDonald's is not going to be out of business. That's why Apple will always sell out the new iPhone. That's why PlayStation, when they're going to launch the PS5, they're going to have people sleep on their stores in order to get in line for that. That's why Microsoft is one of the most profitable technological companies ever and made Bill Gates a billionaire. It's the audience. Your email list is the solution here. Build a list, build an email audience. This is how you get and stay rich in the internet marketing industry. And I'm giving you the fastest way I know how to build a targeted audience, okay, while making money. So then you can just get up in the morning one day, load up an email like this, make them an offer, have 1,000 people get the email, about 407 of them open the email, then have 76 sales from one email and make $20,000 and make $20,000 in one day. Can you imagine it? Like, that's the reality for me. 20,000 days are like common for me because of a list. Again, all the people you admire and want to be more like, all the super affiliates, they already do it. Your inbox is exploding right now. In fact, I was just speaking to a coaching student of mine today, and he said one of the problems that I've experienced is that I'm overwhelmed by all the emails I'm getting. You know why? Because they work. Because email is the best way to promote affiliate products and to promote products in general. The fastest way to make money that I know, that Marilyn says too, is to build an email list. And if you want to build a list in the hard way, I mean, go build a list the hard way. I'm sure you can find a way. But if you want to build a list the smart way, that's the way to do it. In fact, having a list in and of itself makes you work smart, because between 2012 and 2016, my income went from $663,000 per year to 1.7 million. So I tripled my income in 4 years. You know how? Do you think I worked 3 times more hours? Do you think I found a way to squeeze 3 times more work in the same hours? No. My list tripled in size. That's what happened. So if your list triples in size, your income triples in size. Very simple. Simple math, simple cause and effect. And if all this did for you was get you to your dream income, let's say it's $10,000 per month, by 90 days faster than if you were to try and do it on your own, would it be worth it for you? Would it be worth to enroll in this program for $997 right now, if all it did was get you to 10K per month by 90 days faster? Of course, because you'd still be winning $29,000. What about 60 days? Would it still be worth it? Again, simple math, of course, because you'd be making an extra $19,000. But what about 30 days? What if all this did for you? What if all this program did for you was get you to your goal of $10,000 per month by 30 days faster than if you were to try and figure that way out on your own? For me, that'd still be worth it, because first off, that's 30 days out of my life that I get back, that otherwise would be spent in agony, but also an extra $9,000. So that's a no-brainer. And honestly, think about it this way. Let's say you're on the couch watching Netflix, and your 5-year-old daughter comes up to you and says, "Daddy, I want to become a famous child performer, and I have an opportunity to work with a world-class child performer coach for just $2.73 per day. I'm going to do it from home over Skype or Zoom sessions, and it's going to cost only $2.73 per day. Would you be able to give me $2.73 per day every day for next year?" As a parent, you'd say, "Of course, honey, no problem. Go. Power to you." But that's exactly what your tuition comes down to. $997 divided by 365 days in a year is $2.73 per day. That's less than a cost of espresso in Starbucks, or probably about the same, depending on what you're getting with it. Is that a high price to pay for an ability to command large amounts of traffic and build a large email list with which you can build an income, a stable income? I don't think so. I don't think any reasonable person would think that's a high price to pay. I think that's a very, very, very low price to pay. Remember, you want to go to college and get a degree, that's $38,000. And plus 4 years of your life. You want to get a new profession, that's $20,000 in 6 months or 12 months of training. You want to go buy a franchise, that's at least $50,000. This is nothing. $2.73 is nothing. And I want you to meet another person who was skeptical at first and seen me for a little while, and then finally decided to take a plunge and sign up for a coaching program with me. But he didn't have the money. So Dennis Ray didn't have the money, and I quoted him $8,000 as a coaching fee. So he said, "You know what? I don't have the money, but I'll go and I'll get it from a loan shark," because he couldn't get a credit card even if his life depended on it. So he got a loan shark to loan him the money under a very high interest rate. He took a risk, basically, huge risk, and he got to work. He executed everything that I taught him, and he built a list, and he made $219,000 in his first year profit. Obviously, as soon as he made that, life changed completely. He started traveling, renting yachts, doing all kinds of crazy stuff with his a girlfriend. He's not a supercar type, but he got to drive some really cool cars. Got to travel to places he really wanted to travel. Attended lots of FC Barcelona games. He's a huge FC Barcelona fan, and even got to meet with his idol, Lionel Messi. It's one of the most famous football players or soccer players in the world right now. You may have seen him in a commercial with Kobe Bryant for the Turkish Airlines. Now people pay him 2,500 bucks to attend his seminars, and all that is as a result of what? One good decision of paying me $8,000. I know it sounds kind of weird, but his decision to pay me $8,000, which he did not have because he had to loan it from a loan shark, completely changed his life. Now he lives in Toronto as well, in a high-rise condo on the 39th floor with the view to the CN Tower. So question is, what decision do you need to make today to have a great life too? Because the result of your life today, your life as it is today, is the result of the decisions you made yesterday. So if you want to make change to your tomorrow, then today you have to start making better decisions. So what is a better decision for you? Is a better decision to say yes and try something new, something where a lot of people experience success? Or is a better decision for you is to stay where you are and keep experiencing the same results? I don't know what's the best decision for you. I don't know if it would be best for you to sign up and work with me. I cannot make the decision for you. That's up to you to decide. And I hope you realize that you're already losing if you're not acting. Because that's kind of clear. Because right now, if you just let things to flow the way they are, first off, retirement is a huge issue. So if you're like closing on retirement, then know that most American families do not have any retirement savings, and most millennials actually do not have any savings either. And 7 out of 10 baby boomers will be working during their retirement years. So if you're thinking you're going to get by somehow, it's going to be very difficult. And you know why I'm giving you 6 months of free coaching as a bonus? Because information alone isn't enough. Because we've got $72.7 billion every year in the weight loss space. So in other words, people are spending a lot of money on information and exercise equipment to lose weight. Then how come most Americans, well, not most Americans, but a huge, percentage of the population in America is obese or fat or overweight? Because of lack of information? No. If it was all about just having the information, that we'd all have the perfect marriages and the perfect relationships, we would be super thin, we would be rich and fulfilled. But it's not about that, right? If you were a 5th grade student, and I stepped into the classroom as your teacher on September 1st, and I said, hey guys, okay, so here's the textbook. Go through this textbook exactly, page by page, and I'll be back in 6 months to quiz you, and should be good, and walked out. Do you think that would work if the students were left to their own devices? No, it would not work. People left to their own simply do not execute right. They need a teacher, they need some guidance, and that's what I'm offering you here. I'm offering you to bridge the gap. Not only I'm giving you the information, and I'm consolidating all the information into one easy to access way, one easy to access program, but I'm also giving you lots of tools and hand-holding. Look, again, I'll keep saying that you don't know what you don't know. James Francis got on one coaching call with me and made $13,000 in 24 hours. Charlie Hutchinson, same thing, multiplied his income instantly by creating his first 4-figure day and later his first 5-figure day. No matter how you look at it, the American dream is dead. Working hard and climbing the corporate ladder does not exist anymore, because if you start out poor or middle class, you're likely to stay there. But the internet is the new land of opportunity. This is where you can work your way up. This is where you don't have to be born rich. This is where you don't have to be born talented. because the internet doesn't work based on talent. The internet works based on something else completely. You see, people's attention and intent is the highest value product right now. That's why the richest companies in the world control the most traffic. Facebook, Google, Instagram, Amazon, like anything that becomes in and of itself a search engine in a way, that is a company that's going to dominate the coming, for the coming years. So that's what I'm showing you how to get in front of people effectively. And if you want to become a traffic merchant, great. If you want to monetize it with your own offers, with affiliate offers, great. I do both. It works out fine for me. And I know it can work out really well for you as well if you're just aware. Remember, all the money that you need, those apples, those juicy red apples, they're growing on those apple trees. You just need a ladder to climb the trees. You don't have a ladder, therefore you can't reach the apples. And it's interesting that offline, the average time to become a millionaire is 32 years. Well, it took, considering that this is the 40-year mark, means you need to basically spend half your life to become a millionaire and working really hard. While for me, it took exactly 5 years to become a cash millionaire, meaning having $1 million in the bank liquid. Now, of course, these are my results. And again, I have to say this, I have to make my lawyer happy. These are my results. They are not a guarantee of your results, and your results may be slower, faster, or same, or none at all. What I'm saying is, I am not an exception. I'm actually a pretty standard success story online. If you attended other webinars, maybe you've seen some YouTube videos, maybe you read people's blogs, you've seen that becoming an internet millionaire it's so common now that people aren't even surprised. Have you noticed that? Like if you tell someone that there's some person who becomes an online millionaire, they're not impressed, they're not surprised. You know why? Because it's common. What does that tell you? That tells you that if you want to win in this game, why not play a game where the chances of success are stacked up in your favor? If you want to stack the chances in your favor, then play a game that's easier to win. That's what I've done. It's much easier. This game is way easier to win than climbing the corporate ladder, than trying to get a diploma and landing a good job. If you want to be unlike the traditional offline millionaire that takes incredible risks and works really hard for 32 years to become a millionaire, and let's face it, $1 million is not a lot of money these days anyway, and instead you prefer to get there from your couch, like I did, then take my blueprint, check it out, see how I did it. And I get it. You were not born rich, and so was I. I was not, as well as most millionaires out there. Most millionaires are born broke or middle class. The real question is not whether you're born rich or not. It's what will your life look like if you fail to act right now? There's two options for this, basically. Option number one, you risk by doing nothing. And you go back to the same life, to the same exact experience that you've been experiencing. And that is probably shortage of results. That is probably lack of satisfaction with what you're getting. The other one is try something new and see what happens. Again, there's no risk because you're backed up by the ClickBank money back guarantee. And you know what? Ask yourself this. Think you can make 10 bucks with what I'm going to show you in the next 30 days? Just 10 bucks. Because I don't know about you, but for me, my credit card allows me to make minimum payments of $10. Now, what does that mean? That means that I don't have to pay the whole thing in one go. I can make minimum payments and pay it off, one minimum payment at a time. And that's why I love the North American banking system. Because even if you're not rich, even if you lack the funds right up front, you can get the money if you wanted to. It's a matter of priorities. It's a matter of, are you focused on results? Are you banking on yourself? Are you banking on the system you're going to be using or not? So if you think you can make 10 bucks with what I'm showing you inside, great. If you don't, and if your self-esteem is that low, maybe you shouldn't join, maybe not. But in any case, taking on the credit card debt for this you have to understand the difference between bad debt and good debt. You see, bad debt is debt that is incurred to purchase things that quickly lose their value and that do not generate long-term income or have high interest. Good debt is a debt that stands to grow in value, where you get something in exchange that grows in value or generates long-term income. So let's play a game. Type in the chat, good debt or bad debt? A car. A car is bad debt for most people because they buy cars they can't afford. They end up spending a lot of money on their cars, thousands of dollars every year, unnecessarily. Travel, good debt or bad debt? If you can't afford to travel with cash, it's bad debt because you travel, you get the memories, you get the experiences, but then you pay them off for next year, right? So it's best to travel with cash. Groceries. Groceries are a bad debt. My mom used to buy groceries with her credit card and break it down into like 6 or 5 payments each time. So we would eat the food and crap it out the next day, and then we would still be paying for it 6 months down the road. Clothes. For most people, bad debt. Unless you're like a speaker and you're buying a suit and you're presenting in front of like customers or something. Like for most people, buying designer brands and stuff like that, really, really bad debt. What about an investment property? That's a good debt. Anything that's an investment is typically a good debt, so like antiques, gold, cryptocurrencies, artwork, real estate, land, bonds, mutual funds, stock. In fact, right now, the stock market is way below than what it used to be a couple of months ago, right? So buying stocks is a good investment. Education is a good investment, right? But the good one, the one that stands you to make, that stands to make you money, because the more you learn, the more you earn. So you are making a wise decision by investing. And if you don't have the money right now, use PayPal Credit. It's very easy with ClickBank. All you have to do is just go to igor.cx/ETP and select the PayPal option and then select PayPal Credit as your funding source. Now, those of you who asked about payment plans, if you've got some special circumstance, here's what I suggest you do right now. I suggest you go to the igor.cx/ETP page and find this little icon, okay? This icon allows you to start a conversation with my team. And what I want you to do is this. Go to igor.cx/ETP, tell us about your special circumstance, leave your full name, your best email address, your best phone number, and we will try to figure out a creative way to get you started, which means I don't promise you a payment plan, but I will allow you to maybe put down a small deposit, like $50 or something, to secure a spot in the queue, and then have you submit the rest, or maybe you need to break it into several credit cards. We can work with you, we can figure this out. But only if you're serious. So you need to leave me your name, full name, first, last name, best email address we can reach you at, and best phone number. If you don't leave us a phone number, we will write you off as not being serious and we will not follow up with you, okay? And also, I reserve the right to decline to work with anyone who sends me their information. And I don't have to give you a reason why, okay? Just so we are perfectly clear, okay? By the way, Denise was right about all the bad debt, good debt questions. So Denise, congratulations, very smart on you. So again, all you have to do is just start a new conversation and type in what exactly is your situation and leave your information there. Finally, I promised you a gift for attending this training. So you will get an email. You should be getting an email real soon from igor@listbuildinglifestyle.com. Subject line, download your gift. So what I want you to do is I want you to whitelist my email address, okay? I want you to add igor@listbuildinglifestyle.com to your address book in order to not miss this email. If you don't do it, you will miss out on the email. Maybe not, so you never know. If you don't get this email in the next 30 minutes, please check your spam. If it's in spam, take it out of spam and whitelist it, okay? Maybe it's in your promotional tab, I don't know. But you will get an email from igor@listbuildinglifestyle.com with the gift I promised you. All right, so that's about it from me. I thank everybody who attended. Thank you so much for participating today. I've had a blast. I also welcome all the fast action takers that joined. I actually did not check my my messages in the last like 30 minutes, so I don't really know who joined and who didn't. I'll be checking that after the webinar. I also promise to follow up personally with each person who joined with a video, so expect that as well. And with that said, thank you so much for attending today's webinar. If you have any more questions, let me know. So Denise, Hyder, Greg, right? So Greg, congratulations. George, Alexander, Olaboda, Super Dave, Dave, Richard, Thomas, I mean, all you guys, basically. Thank you so much for attending. Okay, I thank you all for your time and attention today. I'm going to go ahead and take a break. My throat is killing me, and I'll talk to you guys later. All right, stay safe. Bye.